Come on. Oh no, it's in the other one. That one. Harmon, you should have never messed with me, Harmon. You should have never, ever messed with me. Ah. Taking long. I mean, that's pretty much it. Go. Hey, good morning, everyone. How's your week been, guys? Hope it's been well. It's been nice and warm here in the UK. Hello, Jax. Good morning. Good morning, Honor. Good morning, Chili. Scotty. How you doing, guys? Hope you're all fantastic and well. Hey, it's been pretty warm, right? It's been lovely. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I've got to go to the shops. Hey, hello, Logical. Welcome in, dude. Hope you're well. Scotty Dog's in the house. But I've got to go to the shops, guys. I've got to get some, got to go and buy some milk and some Rizzlers. So I won't be, what's that say? Honor. So yeah, is that funny? I've got Ven. Jax, you're saying on my screen it says Ven. When I click on it, it says Honor. What the hell's going on there?
Welcome to the show. If you
Bizarre. Right, let me just I've got to go to the shop, but I've got to put it on something that's going to last like 10 minutes.
Keeping you chained down with mortgage bills and cars, vaccines for your arms, kids sounding like supercharged, caffeinated hate-filled scars, and rage quit repertoires, no answers for yards, caught up in emotion that's not even.
Yo, Chills, welcome in. Chills, I see you subbed again this morning. What's going on, man? Are you getting unsubbed for some reason?
Love with the yarn.
Man, are you on my list again? What list?
Displayed by disgusting bards.
What list?
Sin with your dupe is delight in a new hand of cards. Been so long, seems like
It's just weird.
I'm just too hard, that's it.
Have you been unsubbed for me? Live chat. Okay, cheers. Thank you, Chili. Thank you. I swear I'd forget my head if it wasn't screwed on.
Welcome to the show. If you don't know, you don't know.
Subscribers list. I wonder why people keep getting. I've noticed that quite a bit. On behalf of Amanda, I'm here to announce her marriage on the 20th to Keith. Congratulations, Amanda. Congratulations, Amanda. Congratulations, Keith. Keith, I'm very jealous. Keith, I'm extremely jealous. You've got a beauty there. Make sure you look after her. Right. Yeah, big shout out to Amanda, man. Yeah, we ain't seen Amanda for a while. I hope she's okay. She pops in every now and then now. But yeah, she's getting married. Congratulations. Congratulations. Beautiful life ahead for you, Amanda. Hopefully stress-free. And I wasn't say David Icke free, but that's impossible on the Isle of Wight, isn't it? Just a random one. Just
in space, it's
yeah. Congratulations, Amanda. Congratulations.
So far gone, it won't be long. Fepe's beak is strong.
Hey, Lev,
we
what's
have
up?
Our song and we march along like streams of knowledge leading to God's.
I've been wanting to tell you for ages. Oh, is it?
And sings the song, turns mankind from the wrong.
July the 10th. Oh yeah. I'm not really. It's like July now. So 6 days ago.
The earth is flat, and we probably just.
It was in July.
Just to go along, I said. Well,
he looks like a great guy too, Keith. Oh, cool.
You don't know.
Cool. That's really cool. Is Keith a flat earther? Jax, does Keith believe in the globe or the plane? He better be a flat earther, Amanda. He better be a flat earther. It was last week. Oh, cool. Yeah. Best wishes. Congratulations. Not sure, but he better be. He better be, Amanda. Or we're all coming to the Isle of Wight. We'll go. Oh, I've seen a picture of Amanda. She's absolutely stunning. She's beautiful. Really beautiful lady. Yeah, big shout out to Keith. Right, okay, let's carry on. Yeah, that's nice to hear actually.
If you don't know, you don't know.
She looked amazing too. We've lost another brother. Who? Who have we lost? There's a place in North Scotland called Keith. Oh no. Yeah, I am gutted. I should have made more of an effort to go to the Isle of Wight, shouldn't I? A few years back. Ah. Yeah, no, I'm happy for Amanda. I really am. I'm really happy for her. Awesome. Keith, we're going to Keith. A few wee wains up the Keith. There's a seagull in Dover called Keith. What? Cliff. Oh, Cliff. Right. Okay. All right, guys. I'm just. All right. This is for all your guitar players. Have you ever seen this? Have you ever seen this canter reel? Oh no, have you ever seen this? I see it the other day. I was just like, what the hell's going on? I've got to show the guys. This. Check this out. Like a violin and a guitar. Literally, the Wheel of Fortune. He's got 4.8 million views. He's got 4.8. It's literally the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune got him 4.8 million views. I think every guitarist needs one of these wheels. You need a Wheel of Fortune, guys. You gotta have one. Hilarious, man. Hilarious. So is that wheel? Is it just on that middle string? And is it missing these two strings? Is it just like on that middle? So he's got that like tone going all the way through, but he can still play notes. Is that what's happening? I think that's what's happening. So you've got like that organ sound in the background, right? Which is the wheel. Yeah, pretty bizarre, pretty bizarre. I thought I had to show you guys that. It's the first time I've ever seen one of those, and it was just like, okay, I've got to show everyone. Let me just find that. Right, guys, I'll be back in a sec. I've just got to go and get some milk, small packet of Blue Rizzlers, and I'll be back. Oh, should only be about 5-10 minutes. Damn it. What's going on? Why is that taking 360 for God's sake? There it is. Right, guys, back in a sec. warm out there today. So glad I got an air conditioner though. That's better. Oh. That's warm out there. Lovely, lovely sun. Beautiful. Let's do some shout outs. People are coming. Big shout out to Dirt Wizard in the house, Jem. Oh, we got Infinity Brian, Territ. Welcome in, guys. How are you doing? How is everyone doing? The war on humanity. Yes, there sure is a war on humanity, Brian. Absolutely. From every angle, you know, the war on food, the war on spirit, the war on, like, you know, your health. It's everything. You're getting attacks from every angle now, frequencies, and it's just an awful place. It really is. And we got these sickos in charge that think they can tell us what to fucking do when they're all a bunch of perverts. No one listens to perverts, right, Jaron? I'm losing the war. It's like that, you know. I didn't really want to talk about it really, but the Anne Whitcomb thing. We got this like old woman, like she was 70, I don't know, 76 or 78. And you know, she reminds me of like a granny, a drunk granny that says things that she's not meant to at a party. Do you remember when you was younger, your nan got drunk and she... That's what Anne Whitcomb... I remember, she's fun. Oh, she used to make me laugh. She was hilarious. And you got some twat, is he 20-something, 6 years old, travels 300 miles to go and kill her? Why? What is wrong with people? What is wrong with humanity? I think it could be something to do with this, you know, completely getting attacked, like kind of what Brian's saying, from all different angles. You know, it's affecting some people so badly that they're doing shit like that. Literally, it's literally Charlie Kirk, but not on YouTube. It's the same thing. Like, you know, is it political? It sounds like it's political. For what reason? You know, what did she say? Which was that bad for you to travel 300 miles and club her over the back of the head? It's absolutely insane. People are losing their shit. They really, really are. It's absurd at the moment. I need more sex in my violence. Damn. Hello, Regina. I would say, Dirt, you need more peas in your rice. I'd word it differently. I'd say, Dirt, you need more peas in your rice. A bit more peas, a bit more rice with the peas, right? Don't get what you are saying, Mr. Banner. Who did? Oh, this is a UK thing, Terror. It's something that's this old age pensioner politician called Anne Whitcomb has been like. It happened a few days ago, actually. I'm just touching on it now. I didn't really want to talk about it, but thinking about it, it's like people's insanity, right? So this guy travelled 300 miles to quite a famous politician over here and clumped her on the back of the head and murdered her. They think it's politically motivated. Who knows? Who knows, man? But it's just people, isn't it? It's the insanity of humans at the moment is at such a high level. You can't really trust anyone. You don't know what people are thinking. You really don't. Did you hear about it it probably isn't even news in India, right, Terry? It's not even news. Do you get BBC in India? Do you get the BBC in India? So, you must do, right? They must do. It's everywhere, bloody hell. Oh, yeah, don't buy a humidity. Yeah, I had this conversation with my dad the other day, Chili. He says, yeah, I use a dehumidifier. I said, Dad, it doesn't make it cool. It doesn't make the air cooler. It's just taking the moisture out of the air. That's all it's doing. It's not making it cooler. So, you know, you have to get an AC unit. You've got to. You get in fans and humidifiers. They ain't going to do the job. They're really not. You need to get an AC unit. A bit more expensive, but well worth it. Well worth the money, especially in this kind of heat. Like I keep saying to you guys, I'm pretty cold, and the AC unit is in the other room, blowing cold air in the other room, and it's got a fan. I told you outside my door. It's just blowing that in. It's just, and I'm pretty cool. I'm pretty cool. So, hello Simon. Good morning. Yeah, brought humanity to the cutting edge of insanity. Absolutely, man. It's really crazy out there. Wish I had BBC. What are you talking about? Pause. Pause. That needs to pause his language. I wish I had a BBC. Damn. I have an AC and 3 fans. It has been hot as Yeah, but we've got the way that it said, like, I've got to close all my windows for it to actually work properly. You got to close. You can't have no warm air coming in. You know, it's got to be completely. All the other windows got to be closed for it to work properly. It definitely takes down the temperatures for sure. It really does. Right. Let's crack on, man. Let's go. I've got some good tracks here. Some good old school tracks. Summertime tracks for everybody. Let's start off with this one. What is that at the start of it? Oh, I know why. I had to choose this version because it's quite a popular track, right? So I've got less chance of getting copyrighted, actually. Hello, DN. Welcome in.
Go out and see what you can find. If a daddy's rich, take her out for a meal. If a daddy's poor, just do what you feel. Speed along the lane, you a down or a turn of 25. When the sun goes down, you can make it good and live by. When I grab people, when I dirty, when I mean, we love everybody, but we do as we please. When the
Dehumidifying the whole country.
We're always happy, lives we're living, yeah, that's our philosophy. Sing along with us, dee 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 dee, da 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 da, yeah, we're happy, da da da, dee da da dee da 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 da.
And this is Mungo Jerry, the Summertime. That gibberish classic. That's from Alan Partridge. Do you remember Alan Partridge? He says that. Not on this track, it's someone else, but that was just all gibberish. Dee da da da, dee 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 dee, do 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 do, me 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 me. That was just Mungo Jerry in the Summertime, that gibberish classic. Brilliant. They do. It's the same sideburns. It's exactly the same. There's no... You bastard. There's no difference. Monkey magic. You remember monkey magic? I swear to God, if this dude had one of those what is it, like the crown that he wears, right? The little band. This dude had a band, a gold band. He would look like monkey magic. It's the same chops, the same pork chops. Look at those. I've never realised that before. Unbelievable. He just needs Nimbus to fly in. Imagine if Nimbus flew in and he jumped on the Nimbus cloud and just flew off playing Mungo Jerry the sun. Oh shit. He does actually look like monkey magic. That's crazy. Hey Cheds, welcome in.
Summertime and we'll sing again. We go driving or maybe we'll settle down.
It's an awesome track. For real, it's an awesome track. On your mind.
Have a drink, have a drive. Go out and see what you can find. If a daddy's rich, take her out for a meal. If a daddy's poor, just do what you feel. Speed along the lane, you a turn or a turn of 25. When the sun goes down, you can make it good and live by. When I get people, when I dirty, when I mean, we love everybody. We do as we please. When the weather's fine, we go fishing or go sailing in the sea. We're always happy, last we're living, yeah, that's our philosophy. Sing along with us, dee 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 da dee da da da,
did you get the evidence from Roger? No, zero evidence. Zero evidence. He kind of wish-washed over the bank statements and provided zero evidence of me trolling his chat. So it's all just a bunch of made-up lies. No evidence of me trolling his chat ever. So I don't know what Roger's on. I think Roger's on some sort of hallucinogen or something, or just lots of copious amounts of alcohol. It's one of the two. It's just so weird that I had to put it on there. All right, let's check this next one out. I've got to watch this one. Is Andrew still going to debate that Dick Earther? Who's who? Harmon Porker. Walker, the stalker. Bending Roger over the order. You should have never come in and put your 2 cents in, Harmon. Now you're going to get clowned for eternity. Now, you are my new meme, my new thumbnail focus is now Harmon Porker. Not Roger, Harmon, because me and Roger actually sorted it out, but Harmon saw your ass had to come in and put his 2 cents in there and try to reignite it all, didn't you, Harmon? So you get what you deserve, Harmon. You get what you deserve.
was lying on the grass a Sunday morning of last week, indulging in my self-defeat. My mind was thugged, all laced and bugged, all twisted, wrong and beat. Uncomfortable, 3 feet deep. Now the fuzzy stare from not being there on a confusing morning week. Impair my tribal lunar speak. And of course you can't become if you only say what you would have done. So I missed a million miles of fun. I know it's up for me. If you steal my sunshine, making sure I'm not in too deep. If you steal my sunshine, keep me bursting on my feet. If you steal my sunshine.
Roger wasn't wanting to sort it out, Banner. They thrive on the drama. Well, I can give him plenty of drama, Chills. I can give him plenty of drama. If Roger really didn't want to sort it out, that's good. That's good. Because that just keeps giving me ammunition and fuel. I'll just flip from Harmon to Roger. That's all I'm going to do. Just flip from Harmon to Roger, the two clowns. Just embarrass them. Just completely embarrass them, you know. As I say, Roger was really wishy-washy about the bank statements. You know, he hasn't really showed anything, has he? He hasn't showed the true percentages of what they take out. $1,200 they're taking from you for $4,500. That sounds a bit fishy, iffy there, Roger. Sounds a bit fishy, mate. I've been told it's a fraction of that what they take, Roger. So where's the rest of it gone? And Harmon is just going to be clowned for eternity now on this channel. Just because he put his 2 cents in.
I was flying on the bench, sliding in the park across the street. L-A-T-E-R, that leak. My sticky pines were in the making straws at a big fat slurpy treats. An incredible late food heat. Now the funny glare of pale gleaming tear and staring under heat.
I think I heard Roger say, "Oh, Banner ain't got no Banner ain't got no content if he ain't talking about me." Right, Roger, I've been online since 2019. So what, Roger? No, 2018, Roger. End of 2018, Roger. Yeah, talking nonsense. I've been talking about you for how long, Roger? Since you started all the shit and the nonsense and all the Vicky. And I called out Vicky back then, Roger. It wasn't nothing to do with you. But this has got something to do with you, Roger. So it's I've got plenty to talk about, Roger. It's just at the moment I'm talking about you.
Usual feet. And I'm not only a monk, but I invite who would want to come. So I missed a million miles of fun.
I know it's up for me.
If you steal my sunshine,
Making sure I'm not in too deep.
if you steal my sunshine,
Keep me bursting on my feet.
if you steal my sunshine,
I know it's done for me.
if you steal my sunshine,
Not something hard to see.
if you steal my sunshine,
Keep me dumb and built to beat.
if you steal my sunshine.
I'd rather debate ideas than make fun of people. That doesn't make sense that folks feel need to turn into arseholes when discussing reality. Well, that's normally the Globers. The Globers can't handle reality, can they, Dr. B? I mean, we discuss reality all the time, as it is, you know, right in front of your eyes. That's the way to discuss it. But, you know, when you start doing that with Globers, they go all funny and weird because they really can't handle their own reality. And their whole world view, or their whole view rather, is the Helio model. And they can't shift away from it.
If you steal my sunshine,
I would say actually, Dr. B, when you start discussing actual reality, they all do it. They actually all do it, mate. They all suddenly turn into arseholes. They find it very difficult to accept the reality that's put in front of them. So they buy into theories and helio models and theories and models and just complete nonsense. Stuff that doesn't exist in reality, right? Like, you know, curved straight lines, bendy water, all this nonsense. It just doesn't exist. Not in reality, not in front of you. So they're kind of literally living in theory land. That's what I call it. They're literally living in theory land while we're living in reality. Crazy. Crazy place.
I heard you on the wireless back in 52, lying awake intently tuning in on you. If I was young, it didn't stop you coming through. They took the credit for your second symphony, rewritten by machine on new technology. And now I understand the problems you could see. I met your children. What did you tell them?
Video killed the radio star. Video killed the radio
Yeah, that's actually a good...
Pictures came and broke your heart.
Yeah, that's actually a good way to do it. That's actually a good way to do it. And if you just keep talking facts of reality, they will fold. They will fold, Dr. B, every single time. Because they can't deny it, right? It's right in front of you. They can't deny it. That's the thing. So when they jump into their theories and their fucking mathematics, you just keep pulling them back to reality. Because they can't deny it, right? It's right in front of everybody. Everybody experiences it.
And now we meet in an abandoned studio. We hear the playback and it seems so long ago. And you remember the jingles used to go. You were the first one.
Yeah, it is nonsense, gravity. You know, the only thing we know is things appear to fall at 9.8 meters a second squared. That's it. That's all we know. And they've literally taken that 9.8 meters a second, made an equation around it, and called it gravity. Could have called it anything, couldn't they? You know.
You were the last one.
Video killed the radio star. Video killed the radio star.
In my mind and in my car. We can't rewind, we've gone too far.
Oh, hang on. Oh, hang on. I like this little skit bit here. I think this could be used again. It's din 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 din. It's a 4-beat track, so you'll be able to make a 4-beat. Hold on. Brian, are you eating barbecued iguana? Yeah. Are you eating barbecued iguana? That's crazy. I didn't know you could barbecue iguana. Well, you can barbecue anything, can't you? If you really wanna, you can put anything on there. I didn't know that was a thing. You could actually barbecue iguanas and eat them. Okay, got a good one next for the Scots. The next track's for all the Scots in the house. Yo, Rethink. Matthew in the house. Hope you're well, Matthew. Hope you're doing well, dude. Really, dude. Good to see you back in, dude. That's a classic, yeah. This one's going out to all the Scottish brothers in the house.
When I wake up, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. When I go out, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you.
It did, Matthew. Yeah, I said the same thing, you know. I said the same thing. What did I say? Not internet killed the radio. I might have been internet.
I'm gonna be the man who gets drunk next to you.
No, killed the video star, like killed the film star. So yeah, he did. The internet has killed the video, the film star, like it's killed it.
I'm gonna be the man who's heaving to you. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. When I'm walking, yes, I know I'm gonna be the man who's working hard for you.
Yo, we got London Girl in the house. Big shout out to London Girl. Welcome in. Hope you're well. Hot enough for you, London. Shout out to Laura. 435 years, day 108,461. It's still flat, but with a lot of globe dirt. Absolutely turret. Diddy and diddy and diddy da da. I mean, more gibberish.
When I'm lonely, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who's lonely without you. And when I'm dreaming, well, I know I'm gonna dream about the time when I'm with you. When I go out, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you.
Hey, Rod, welcome in. Great to see you, Rod.
I know I'm gonna be the man who comes back home with you. I'm gonna be the man who's coming home with you. But I would walk 500 miles and I
would definitely. I wouldn't be walking 500 miles. I'll be jumping the trains. Oh, that's what, Ches. So would you, Ches. You ain't walking 5. You're thinking, right, I might be able to get on one of these sneaky trains sneakily, hide in the toilets when the ticket dude comes along. And if you do get captured, just make sure you know your best friend's address and date of birth. So the ticket goes to his house, not yours. Pretty cool track. When I played that, I thought, yeah, I remember that. I remember that. Oh, we still got one more. One more summertime track. As the summer's out, the sun's out, it's beautiful. We've had a really nice summer, actually. This would be the year. If you're growing, if you're doing a guerrilla grow, you're probably going to have a really... Over there, this is normal kind of weather for you, right? What we're having over here in the UK at the moment. It's kind of like, you get this every single year. We don't, sometimes it's like, can be really like, a lot of rain, overcast. More dull days than sunny days, right? That's normally what our summers are like. It's normally, it gets hot for a couple of days and it'll piss down with raining. Like, you might get 2 good, like normally it's not 2 to 3 hot days in the week, and then it'll piss down for the rest of the week, and then next week you might have a couple of hot days, and that's how it. We've got I think we might have seen that one actually. We've got Chills, the sun true size. It's teeny weeny, same as the moon. Got one from Tommy. We've got Logical, a couple of gyms. Might have to take one of those gyms out. I think we've got time to watch both. We'll take that one out. We've got a gym, magnetic, electric, something dark. Is that musical? I think that could be music. I might have to move that up. Robot Polisher. We've got Eric Debate. We've got Hangman. We've got Lucky. Made another video. Awesome, Lucky. We got Lev, Gazwold Army, and the Big Trees versus Meltology, Stellium 7. What Lev mentioned the other day. I don't even know if we're going to get to see that. So, right, let's crack on.
Especially of the rhythm where I want to be. Come on, glowing with electric.
Damn, they detected D-Light. That's crazy. I knew it'd detect one of them. Yeah, I've got to stop that one. Sorry, guys. Let's just get straight onto the vid then. That's a shame. I knew it'd detect one of them. Okay, let's get started with. No, let's start with the gym one. I like starting with this.
It began with the forging of a lie, one lie to rule them all. Humanity has been bound by the most pervasive and destructive deception ever told. It was given to children, taught in schools, broadcast on screens, and burned into minds. This isn't about the shape of the earth. It's about the lie and the foundation of everything. We're taught
Yo,
to
Graham, what's up?
in a spinning ball
Anna,
fantasy
Mr. Jingles
where
messaged me
oceans bend around
on a
a ball
deplorable
moving a
wilt
million
vid,
miles
says
per hour
Territ
through an endless
got your
void. We're told it's all
What?
been measured,
Territ
mapped,
got
and proven.
got you
Yet none of it is
damned
observable,
him for hacking.
measurable, or
Why not?
repeatable.
What?
It's a belief propped
Destiny,
up by
welcome
CGI
in.
cartoons, priesthoods of authority.
I'm definitely
and
not here,
math
people. You
divorced
never
from
saw me.
reality. The blow lie is
We keep it
foundational,
stum, Destiny. We keep
and
it
that's
stum.
why it rules them all.
Tarmo,
Because if
what's
you
up?
can control someone's perception of where they are, you control everything they believe about who they are, what life is, and how they're meant to live it. From that false foundation, an entire false reality
Mr.
is
Jingles
built.
messaged me on
Political
the
theatre,
deplorable wilt.
economic slavery,
It says Territ
manufactured fear, systems devised by man to keep
Or
people
hacking.
small, distracted, and divided, forever focused on symptoms.
Isn't
never
Mr. Jingles?
But it's all built on the globe.
Isn't he a Glober?
Without it, the illusions start to collapse.
Graham?
That's why
Isn't Mr. Jingles a Glober? Is he a Glober? I'm sure he's a Glober, dude. I could be wrong. I always thought he was a Glober.
it's implanted so young before we can think critically. We're given the globe, an image, an idea that when accepted as reality makes all the other lies believable.
He is London
closes the
girl.
mind to-
He is definitely his little guard dog. Yeah. Roger calls him Syndrome, so Roger can say Down syndrome. Down syndrome.
Curiosity dulls the instinct to explore, and suppresses the questions that might lead us to truth. Why does it work? Because the globe isn't just a model, it's a worldview. One that paints.
Hey, Matrix Man, welcome in. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Every mystery resolved. A spinning ball lost in a vast vacuum suggests randomness.
I just said it. I mentioned it to you. Oh yeah, thanks. So yeah, I've seen in chats.
It sets the
I've
stage.
seen Mr. Jingles and Tarek go at it at each other in chats. I've seen it before, quite a lot actually. So I don't really know Mr. Jingles. I thought he was just a glober and a globetroll. That's what I thought.
For evolution, nihilism, and the belief that truth comes from institutions, not experience. With that as our foundation, we'll believe anything. It replaces lived experience with fantasy. Stillness becomes spin. Level becomes curved. Observation becomes blasphemy. And the most dangerous part, people defend
Cheers,
it.
Mr. Jingles versus Mr. Bojangles. What a debate that would be. We would never get anywhere. We'd be there like 5 hours later, still waiting for a fucking answer.
They've investigated
Mr. Jingles and Mr. Bojangles.
familiar, and all they've ever known. They ridicule, they mock, they parrot their programming. That's the power of the illusion. They fight to protect the lie, because without it, they'd be forced to confront the unknown. And most would rather.
Me too. I think I've seen Mr. Jingles a couple of times. Has he been in here before, Mr. Jingles? I think he has. I think he come in here a few times. I think so. I'm not 100% sure. I think he might.
Truth doesn't go away. It waits quietly for those brave enough to question. This isn't just about exposing the lie. It's about reclaiming reality. When we start to see through the illusion, we begin to rebuild from truth. Not theory, not belief, just measurable, observable truth. Stillness, level, containment, purpose. Not random.
You know what, Chez? That's probably a lot of people feel that way. A lot of people probably feel that way, you know.
Not chaos.
I mean, take a look at the football last night. Did anyone watch England get knocked out? I mean, what a bunch of losers, man. They were 1-0 up and they decided to just defend. I mean, you never defend against Argentina. Never. You've got to be attacking them constantly for 90 minutes. Especially if you're 1-0 up. I mean, Tuchel's meant to be this efficient, genius, fucking German manager. And he just brought chaos and he didn't bring any efficiency. There was no efficiency there. It was just chaotic. I mean, I think Tuchel's got to go.
Is vast, yes, but the truth is simple, and it only takes one spark of discernment to begin.
Graham.
Because
yeah, I bet you, Darren, you was laughing it right up, Graham. But yeah, these soft English punks. Good. I'm glad they went out by Argentina. A tiny little team. You know, the average height's about 5'7". That's the average height of Argentina. You know, and all our guys are like 6 foot something, and we still got beat. Little Argentina beats us again.
Foundational lie is exposed. All the other lies lose power. This is the root. Tear it out, and the rest of the deception.
I predicted 2-1 finals will be 3-2 Argentina.
We don't need consensus.
Who are they playing? Spain?
We just.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Don't underestimate Spain. Don't underestimate Spain, man. They can win this quite easily, I think.
Need the courage to see.
I don't think Argentina are that good. I don't think they're that good. I really don't. And us playing like we did last night against them was absolutely atrocious. Especially when you got the lead.
To know this one lie.
I blame
rules them
Tuchel.
all. But the truth will set us free.
In the endless horizon, I find my way where the sands whisper secrets. Night turns to day, echoes of the past. Got my weary soul, footsteps in the sand, making me whole. In the endless horizon, I find my way where the sands whisper secrets. Night turns to day, echoes of the past. Got my weary soul, footsteps in the sand, making me whole. I trace the curve of the moon on a sky gone copper and gold. Each grain held a little truth, each scar had a story told. Far off,
See what happens when you change the elevation. You should just slightly go up.
through the haze.
Hey, regarding Tushu, you cannot reason with an intellectual. Hello, Tony D. Welcome here, man. Good to see you, dude.
Make it bigger.
Yeah, it's Slow's fault. Slow's fault. Yeah. Tuchel. Slow, you should have done your job. You should have went to Tuchel and give him some of your finest weed. We might have got through last night. I mean, what was he doing? We hired him because of his efficiency, and he just brought chaos. Inefficient chaos. That's what he brought. It's all Tuchel's fault. Slow. We've got to blame him. Oh, this is Chill's video. Let's take it back. Sure, Chills does talk.
Check the sun, it is tiny. Let's make it bigger. What's that? Just painted this.
Wow, it's quite a big job. You've done all that, Chills. Done all this in this heat. Damn. I bet that paint's almost drying when it hits the brick, right? When it hits the surface.
Job.
Must be a nightmare to do in this weather.
I'll let you see the back. I'll let you see the back.
Oh, what a nice yard. Lovely garden. What a garden. Beautiful. Oh, they have all weed down there, all weed across there. As you do. Nice yard, man. Nice little conservatory on the back there. Nice.
Big side over there.
Did you do the whole house, Chills? Did you paint the whole house exterior? Looks like you have. Damn, that's a big job, man.
Oh man, the weather's been terrible for painting the house.
But this heat, man, it's a nightmare.
Last week was good. This week's no bad. So we've got it finished. That used to be brown. See the panels?
You've done a great job there, Chills.
And the roof thing. The roof.
It's nice.
I'm going to make big grey ones on there.
What a nice fresh coat of paint does, right? Really freshens it up.
Maybe give that bit another coat. And that's up the top there, right along with it. Clean that and paint up in the corner. And that's
Kangaroo, Arlington, and St. Croix West.
Shooting at the Salsa on Sinclair. Nothing to see here. What's happened? The Tommy's something.
Apparently, I can't get in there. Because crime scene. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. Apparently this is where it all went down, but
Man, all cornered off.
from what I seen, he said to these guys at CP24 and City Pulse, why is there no blood? And they said, oh, they cleaned it up right away. Anyway, so they closed down the festival and made a mess of the neighborhood. Anyway, you got lots of cops here. I can't get in there because it's an investigation scene. You want to buy that? CTV. Talk to those guys too.
City News.
Have a good day. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm here. I don't know if you can see me. Checking it out. Another, I think it's a false flag, you want to be honest. How the hell did they get rid of the blood? 6 people wounded and 2 murdered, or 2 killed? I don't know, guys. Sounds fishy to me. Plus,
England got robbed.
it's right by
Yeah.
fire station number 25.
Hello, Jeff. Welcome in.
2 and
See you,
5
dude.
is 7. Anyway, we'll go for a bit of a walk.
I need a drink, guys. I'll back in a sec.
I was here yesterday, checking out some Latin music. It's a beautiful day. I'm in the alleyway behind it. Lots of goons though. People tearing down their equipment. Look at the neighborhood. Trash it. There's Arlington there. Anyway, guys. Okay. Hope all's good with you in the hood. Peace and love, man. Ciao.
You said it's always where it's supposed to be, and that the equation was just arbitrary. Then, contrary to arbitrary, you said it's actually a description of reality. You just
I mean, you didn't
say
actually do
random
any
words.
measurements on those RCBOs.
We don't need to because we have a limit that the lake is 1,000 feet long, and if you look at their previous videos, they measure it with ropes.
No, you
Right?
wouldn't.
They measure
You wouldn't
it
do that. That
directly.
wouldn't.
They don't use Google Maps. They don't use fucking a calculation. They go out and they actually measure the lake to that lake directly. They know that
What?
they can't
Who cares?
possibly be at the horizon. That the boat should never disappear. According to you guys, that it should never disappear. Ever.
You were only a foot off the ground.
Who cares? The boat should never
Because that,
disappear in the gold model.
that distorts the reality of it.
So it's not Earth curve.
No, it
So
is
something
Earth curve.
other
It's just
than
that your
Earth
video
curve.
does nothing.
So something other than Earth curve can make a boat appear halfway cut off.
Oh, he's saying it's Earth curve, but at the same time it's not. Like, why are you double speaking every time?
No, that's not what I'm
It's
saying.
getting
No,
annoying.
it's just that you guys are using these dumb fucking videos
Stop
and acting like
saying
they
you guys.
prove
Fucking
something.
videos.
They don't do anything.
Listen,
Okay.
stop talking about us.
You got anything
You're
better?
trying to bail yourself out by fucking basically gossiping like a fucking chick.
Oh, I like
Address
this.
the issue. Okay? Why is there a horizon on 1,000
Listen to this clown. Listen to this globe clown. He's just completely
foot lake when
ridiculous.
the horizon should be
Gets destroyed.
2,600 feet away? Why can you only see half of a boat? Is it Earth curve?
No, it's probably not Earth curve in that respect.
Okay, congratulations. So Earth curve is not the only reason that you wouldn't see half of a boat, and it's not physical obstruction. Congratulations, you played yourself.
Except I didn't, because the sailboat
No,
and all
you
the
did.
pictures of the Earth curve still exist. So,
You're not
like,
pictures.
you just
You're not
wasted your
pictures of
time.
Earth curve.
All you do is
You're
waste
your
your time.
misinterpretation of what you're seeing.
Bro, this guy's
Because you have
dumb
an
as fuck.
you have an idea
He
in your
is.
head.
This guy's one of the
It only
dumbest globers you're
happens
ever
on
going to
a
hear.
ball. It can't happen on a flat surface. Then I show you it happening on a flat surface.
He just doesn't get it.
You're still like, well,
Congratulations.
He just doesn't get it. It's a scaled down version of what you would be seeing if you're looking out to sea, right? You're getting the same effect with the camera 1 inch above the surface of the water, looking out over 1,000-foot lake, which we know it's a contained lake and the surface is completely level. There is no curvature, but you're getting the same effect as if they're saying, oh, look, the boat's going over the curvature. And you're getting the same thing on a 1,000-foot lake? Okay, so it's nothing to do with curving water. It's to do with optical. It's an optical effect.
You did something that no
Very,
one
very simple. You know, this clown obviously doesn't like his bubble to be burst.
gives a shit about.
No,
And
you don't
does
give a
nothing
shit
for
about.
that proves nothing.
It
proves nothing. It's a scaled down version, mate. You know, you're
Yeah.
telling us the water's bending and boats are going over the bend, over the horizon curvature, which is complete nonsense.
Your claim that visual effect can't happen on a flat surface is wrong. That's what it proves.
No, what I'm saying is that you can see the curvature of the Earth with
It's not
sailboats floating
Earth
over it. It
Shut
doesn't
up,
fucking
Lloyd.
matter if you can't see an
That's
RC boat on the
not
lake.
Earth curve. That is a flat surface. And it appears to
No,
be
it's not.
listen, it appears to be cut off the horizon on a flat surface. Just like in the videos I showed you with the RC boats, appear to be cut off on a flat surface. It's the exact same visual.
Yeah.
You can you can cry, you can cope, you can do whatever. But you can't change the fact that the exact same visual effect is achieved on a flat surface. There's
Yeah.
nothing you can do
Talk.
about it.
Got him by the balls, mate. It's
You don't need to do
reality.
anything about it.
Right in front of you.
You can say it's a fucking mirage. You can say it's an optical illusion. You can say whatever. If it isn't Earth curve, then you're fucked.
That video only applies to that specific point in
Oh,
space
shut up,
and-
dude.
And the lake.
Listen
It
to
doesn't- it
listen
doesn't
to his
disprove
cope.
anything
Listen
else.
to this glober's cope. Listen to it. It's only irrelevant to that point in space and time. Shut your weak ass up.
On other lakes, there's more videos on that channel that's been done on other lakes. So go harder, dude.
Oh, it doesn't matter because you're using
Now
you're
it doesn't
using
matter
a
again.
flawed. You're using a flawed view.
No, you're not. It's a scaled down version of what you observe in the camera's 1 inch above the fucking surface of the water. Bro, we know the surface of this water is dead level. It's a contained small lake. 1,000 foot by 400 foot or something. What don't you get about it? It's like he intentionally doesn't want to get it. That's what it is.
Lake. You're not going to find Earth curve there. It doesn't fucking matter if you can't see the boat. There's some other reason that explains why you can't see the boat, but it's definitely not because there's no Earth curve.
You just contradicted yourself in the same sentence. How the fuck did you do that?
It's pretty
No, I
amazing.
said, I
Well,
said
that's what globers
um,
do. They contradict themselves in the same sentence all the time. That's what they do because they're coping. You know, they're having like brain farts.
no, there's a different reason why you can't see
They've got the buffer signal, the buffer sign twirling around. You know, in their head.
the RT boat.
Their brains
I don't give a
buffer.
fuck why you can't see the RT boat on
Neither do I.
on a flat lake. But when you see a sailboat going over horizon, that is important because that's the actual fucking Earth curve that you.
Then it's a
What a moron! What an absolute moron! You really made yourself look dumb and stupid, bro.
What a
So either
That's not Earth curve.
like all the evidence on, because that's the thing though, is that you're not even trying to find a different explanation for why a flat lake would cover up a RT
I
boat.
know
But
why. Listen.
It's because you guys were so close to the ground, so you think like you can't see very far when you're really close to the fucking ground. But like,
welcome to flat Earth.
He's just a moron.
Yeah,
He's just a moron because you're so close to the ground.
because
What an idiot! What an idiot!
It proves that the Earth is flat because you're only measuring 1,000 feet, so it doesn't prove anything about the shape of the Earth. That's what you guys don't get.
No, it's the effects, you moron.
It's 1,000 feet for a reason. So
damn
that you
it.
guys can't say it's Earth curve. That's why
No,
2,000.
just because.
No,
See, that's the thing though, is that
we
you're
we've
visual
eliminated
enough.
Earth curve, so you don't get it, right? When you want to test something, sometimes you have to eliminate a variable. So we eliminate the curve variable. This is Earth curve. This is caused by Earth curve. So we eliminate that variable by using a distance which can't possibly be Earth curve and scaling everything down.
Man, that's
Say,
crazy.
hey, can I mimic this visual effect on a known flat surface?
Yep.
Oh, we can. So the claim that
Okay.
this oil rig, this mountain, this boat, this sun is cut off, and it can only be cut off on a curved surface is demonstrably wrong.
False.
Right.
Demonstrably
Not
false.
comparing the distances accurately.
And Sky 3 is demonstrating that to you. They've done this. The Sky 3 channel is a globe killer. It's a massive globe killer because they're just scaling down what we're observing when we look out to sea. They're scaling it down. And you get the same effect. That's the crazy thing.
God.
Oh, you need a theodolite?
It was expected, right?
It
It was always going to be.
It only
be that.
matters because you're going by. You even said it. You said, like, the calculation don't matter. We're just going by our visual, what it looks like.
I'm saying you don't have calculations.
Are
You
you going
don't
by?
even have that.
What are you talking about? I can predict where the horizon will be easily.
Why does that matter?
Oh my god.
Reset.
Yeah, that's a good one. That logical. I like that. I like that. That Glober getting completely owned. This is Jim Centaurus plus Crux. Funny thing, Mr. Jingles, the Globe-Tard, once told me that 10 years plus ago, traders who sailed never got to their destinations because they were flat Earth. Oh, what a more. Yeah, Jingles, you deserve everything you get. Saying nonsense like that. So no one got to their destinations, right? According to Jingles. What a what a knobhead. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. The people that sailed, none of them got to their destinations. So all those old ships that England sent, the pirates that went off to the Caribbean and stole all the gold and brought it back to England, they didn't end up back in England. No, they ended up in fucking Iceland or something, according to Jingles. No one made it home. Hello, Dan. Welcome in. Welcome in, Dan. Now, a lot of these globers, these inbred kind of globers, they're very serious when they make these statements, Terry. They are very, very serious because they actually believe it. They believe all this tosh. I mean, yeah, they used to be like the trade routes, right? All the trade routes. You know, England, you know, going to India, you know, for the tea and all this sort of stuff. What? So they got the tea and they suddenly got lost on the way back. Like they couldn't find their... They couldn't get to India because it, you know, what a moron Jingles is. Absolute nonsense. It's the pretense. Let's pretend it's not ran by military and shields and fakes. Yeah, Jingles could very be inbred. Yeah, I would say 95%. So yeah, 95%. If he's saying stuff like that, probably 100%. Yeah, there is. There's a lot of shields, a lot of military and army and all that crap in fucking flat Earth. We've been trying to call this out for a long time. The infiltration of flat Earth. And it's just got worse, hasn't it? It's just got worse. It seems to be getting worse and worse. A lot of these ex-military seem to be into flat Earth for some reason. Weird. Oh, we know the real reason. You just want to keep us in. Yeah. So you think I'm part of the Shield crew, Tama? Do you really think that? I've never spoken to any of those guys. Any of them. Maybe in chats a couple of times and that's it. Never converse with them. They're not my buddies, not my friends. No. I've got no connection to any of those guys. The only connection I've got is the 30k a week I get from Dave Weiss for giving out everyone's information. I clicked Samo. Dave Weiss has got your information. He knows you're zesty. He knows you're a zesty Estonian that likes to go to gay parades. That's what he knows about Tamo. Nudge units. Most of those bull earth chills and trolls with heads of air have YouTube channels of nothing as well. Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Ron, that, you know, their content is flat earth content. That's what their content is. Without flat earth, these globers, there'd be nothing, would they? They wouldn't have nothing to talk about. Their channels become irrelevant if they're not talking flat earth. Okay, we got to go straight onto this now, guys. I've got to go straight onto this right now. Just seen the time. It might even go over. So we got Hangman, we've got Lucky Haskins, really cool, we've got Lev and Gaz UK.
Tops. But I want to show you a few
amazing petrified wood there. Clearly see it was wood. Right, Centero? Right. 480. Bit better quality. Go, beautiful.
Few things here, and I know I show a lot of the things, but I really need some people to understand what we're dealing with here and the implications. So this is what we generally see, okay? And it's everywhere. As far as the eye can see, it goes on and on and on. Everything under this grassland's the same. I just did a video, I don't know if I posted or not, when I was up at the monument. And I was telling you that this is an 80 mile wide cedar tree. Some of it's pieces and parts, some of it's pieces that are still attached to the main stump, and some of it are still upright, like I'm going to show you here, that are still part of the source tree attached to when it was attached to the earth. It is so massive. So let me go along here. So this is what we generally see, okay? And I could never show you in 100 lifetimes unless you come up here and see this. So you come up here, okay? So some areas you don't see the lichen on it. This stuff over here that's disguising it, like all this right here. And for those who've watched my video, they understand how everything gets the flat edge. It's just a natural breakdown due to the fibers of the tree. Okay, I want to show you a few things. Okay, so this is the actual color of the cedar. Okay, this stuff is hard to recognize because it's got all the lichen on it, but it's all the same. So let's go right over here. I want to show you that. And look at over here. It goes on and on and on, literally for an 80-mile radius. Okay, you come right over here, and there's like the second generation cedars laid all around. So you come right here. This piece right here is still attached. Okay, so I want you to look at this. Okay, most of the stuff looks like this, but there's always little pockets for some reason that show the true color. I'm going to show you a few of this, and we're going to go down and I'll show you a little more. It's incredible how preserved this is. And this is a natural formation. They weren't cut.
Oh, damn it. You can clearly see that's wood. Clearly. There's no debating it.
And this is, like I've said, such a small piece, like a grain of sand in the whole ocean. And you see like the lifeblood, the quartz that runs through it, all through it, just like our veins. You see it running up through there. And that's what the gold miners look for, because, you know, they call this Black Hills gold up here, but they get it from the quartz that are in the cedar tree. It was part of the tree. The original creation was different, a lot like Avatar. How everything was connected, was alive. Okay, we're gonna move on, but I want to show you this last little bit. Okay, we're gonna go down here. I'm gonna show you this is just a small portion of the source tree that's still standing. If you could imagine a stump and all the pieces sticking up through the stump, the high parts and low parts, that is just one tiny spot. That's still part of the source tree that's attached. That's like the bottom of the tree. Part of the inside section. And I'll find one here, and show you what I mean. Okay, we're gonna come over here. And I've shown you many times in the wood today how they get all the splits and gaps. It's because of the grain that's in the trees. A lot of them had knots and different twists and turns, just like all this cedar. You know, you have straight grain, you have knots, twists, and turns, all this stuff. This is the exact same thing, it's just discolored, just like this is. You see, it's the same color, it's just weathered. Okay, we're gonna go down here. I'm gonna show you two different areas and that'll be it. So
look at that piece. Look at that piece there. Enormous. And it goes under as well.
We're like, you see how everything breaks down due to the fibers. Here's a piece that's recent. And you see looks like fresh wood. Okay. Looks like a fresh piece of wood, but it's not. It's hard as a rock, it's stone. And then this and other pieces of petrified tree, they roll in a river and they'll become round like cobblestone, and they're not recognizable. That's all that stuff is. And let me just show you this. Let me try to get out of the sun. That's what all this is. That's an incredible piece. And there's different grains. You know, these trees were so large. I wanted to show you more of the source tree. So here's another piece. And I showed you them gaps that you could walk through in between the way the tree breaks down. That's the color of the cedar. I'm sure it's faded a little bit. You see some of the... Okay. Let's keep going right over here. You see, the same thing with the cedar. It's just the way it breaks down in all kinds of different ways. All kinds of different ways the cedar breaks down. And if you look inside here, I don't know if this piece will show it. Let's see here. It's not a very good example. But you see, like, see this gap right here? These gaps, this isn't broke down enough yet. But most people are gonna understand, but that gap right there would be the equivalent. Let me get down here, just remember that gap. Okay? You might be able to stick a playing card through that gap. So this gap right here is a small one. And they're everywhere. That's one of them small gaps. And there's another small one, and it goes on and on and on. This piece here is massive. I mean, it is, I can't even begin to tell you. And it's just, this large piece is a breakdown, just like one of these small pieces would be off of the tree. They come over here and show you this. And I'm gonna go over here and show you one more piece. I'll go up in there a little closer and show you how preserved this is. You know, and then you get the lichen and the moss on it, and it's hard to recognize it, and a lot of it gets smooth and worn and not really recognizable, but it's all the same. You know, like here, it don't look like much because it's disguised. You come up here, get out on this ledge here, this skinny ledge. This is really incredible. Yeah, I can't peel a piece off, but look at this. Okay, let me keep on going around over here. And I don't know if you can see down through there, but it goes on and on and on. I want to see if I can get up here and show you this source tree real quick, or part of it. Such a small part. Oh boy. Let me go up a little higher. I'm sorry for this. I should have done it while I was up here. Hold on a second. We get right up here. I tried to do this going downhill so I didn't have to get out of breath. Anyway, so this is part of the source tree, and it goes all the way around. Can't see much of it there. Phew. But it goes all the way back there. You see there's more of it right here. And then you just got gap after gap. So let's go down here. Come on. Chris! Good girls. I'm telling you, it just goes on and on and on. We're gonna walk down over this way, and we're gonna go to this other one over here, and that'll be it for this video. So all of this, all the way back over, way back there, was all connected at one time. And so this stump right here, let me see, not a really good example, but if you could imagine all them spires like this all around, and this is 80 miles across, and there's branches and part of the roots and tree that are everywhere. 80 miles is a lot of distance. And then right here they decided, well, this little piece, we're gonna carve the president's faces right here from Mount Rushmore. That's what the equivalent is. And some of them pieces I just showed you back up over there would be like one little section right here. There's so much more to it that it's so big I can't show it all to you. And it's not multiple trees, it's one massive cedar tree. For those who've watched my videos, I've done more research and scouting, and I know what I'm talking about. Let's go right up here. So you see here, this is all just like fibers. You know, this piece will fall off and make smaller pieces. That's how you get the flat edges. Let's go right over here. So here's another kind of example. It don't got a lot of the tall spires, but if you put it into the size comparison to what we're looking at, this here could be hundreds of feet tall from this lower part. And the president's faces are carved, like, say, like right here on this little deal. And everywhere else, you see all the spires and what's still attached to the main tree. And then all through here, there's pieces and parts of the broken tree and branches. And I'm telling you, it goes on and on and on. And this is just what's above. And I can only imagine that the root system to this cedar tree, how many miles, double, triple digits, it goes down to anchor itself to the earth. Yeah, I think that's how I'm not going to prolong this video. I just wanted to show you that. So well, I don't have my laptop on me, so I can't edit videos. I'm just putting them out straight from my phone. And I can't add pictures of like the upright portions of the tree, at least some of the sections that I can see. Look at this. But it goes on and on and on. Well, since I got you with me, I might as well go up to the top up here and show you some of the source tree at a better view. So this is a steep climb, so I just have to excuse my breathing. So hold on a moment, I'll keep filming. But I want you to see some of the source tree. Another gap. Man, that really takes the wind out of me. Let me get up on this rock. All right. Phew. See the way the tree breaks down? These gaps. That's what them gaps are. And then you got all these missing pieces. And we're like walking through this. As we walk down through all that. And it just goes on and on and on. Look at that tree growing right out of the rock. All in this right here. This cedar tree. It's amazing. When they're alive, they have the reddish, orangish, pinkish, just like this. And why this withheld its color? Well, it probably all did. If you take something like all this other stuff that has the lichen on it, and you were to cut it with a diamond blade or something through that stone, inside it would probably look just like this. Well preserved. It's just the outer skin or the outer wood that petrified. That's petrified that has all the lichen on it. Whether it's a small flat edge or a large flat edge, it's just the way the fibers are and how the tree breaks down. It's incredible. There's some busy wasps in there. That's pretty crazy, the wood. Alright guys, I hope this really shows you something different than everything I've been showing you. It's just, you know, the implications for people who can see it and understand. It's truly life-changing.
I'll see it.
Because it shows the truth from the lies. In so many different ways. Alright, let's see, Roxy, Grace. Good girls.
Awesome
right,
stuff,
guys.
Hangman.
Thanks
Do
for
like a
watching.
Hangman video.
Hey YouTube, it's another perfect day in God's country, and I ain't lying. I'm trapped in my house today because it's so smoky here in the Upper Peninsula that we can't go outside because it's like an acrid smoke. I've never been in an environment like this. Pretty unusual, and of course, if you're going to ask old Lucky Haskins what's going on, well, we're getting very close to 2030, folks. This is all very predictable. We know.
Yeah.
We know.
It's not hard to predict, is it? I've been saying it for ages, right? They're going to keep turning the screw up to 2030, and then there's going to be some sort of event or something.
They
It could happen in 2029.
Keep
Who knows?
moving faster and faster, and the pandemic of 2020 was the giant kickoff to this nightmare that we're all about to live through. But anyway, it's another perfect day in God's country, and I do need to take another moment out of my day to thank each and every one of you for taking yet another moment out of your day to hang out with me, Lucky Haskins, for yet another moment of truth. Now, I talk a lot about passing the baton. Y'all know I'm not around the YouTube anymore. You don't see me at any in any debates, chat forums, anything like that. I have no interest in being online other than to catch up on a little baseball once in a while and maybe learn something about one of my motors in one of my dirty old Ford trucks. Other than that, I really try to not be online and try to not be near my phone and all that as much as I possibly can. However, we've been stuck in the house for a couple of days. It was 100 degrees here for 2 days, which I've never seen up here where I live. 100 degrees and humid. It was pretty unbearable. And then today it's 80 something, so it's almost bearable, but it's so smoky that we can't go outside. And of course, for the last several summers, we've been getting a little bit of this smoke, and they keep saying it's from Canadian wildfires with very little specificity, by the way, because that's how propaganda works. We don't have to tell them anything other than it's from the Canadian wildfires, and the Russians hacked the elections. Yeah, the Russians. Like there's not, 32 million Russian people or something, but the Russians hacked the elections. The Canadian wildfires are smoking us out. Anyway, folks, as usual, I like to try to get everybody's boots on the ground. And I can assure you that about 4 and 5 days ago, I was sitting here watching them spray the skies and pointing the spraying out to my family, as I always do, and say, wow, they're really serious. I said, they're really serious about spraying this week. They must have some serious plans. Laid us down with heavy, heavy chemtrails. And for those of you who don't know, who want to say, oh, that's just condensation trails, Lucky. I don't live in a flight path up here. We don't get any commercial aircraft of any kind. Very, very rarely. I see less than a plane a day.
All this spraying in the UK, the US, it could literally be making the temperatures rise. I mean, if they're spraying it front of the sun and it's causing some sort of greenhouse effect where the heat can come in but it can't get back out because of this spraying, the temperatures are going to rise
up here, except when they're chemtrailing, and then we see all the chemtrail planes and they come up here and spray the skies. And those planes, ironically, don't show up on Flight Tracker. It's as if they don't exist. But there they are. I'm one of the few people seemingly that actually cares about the environment and watches them destroy it on a daily basis. And of course, that's what brought me to the truth community back in 2014 was my willingness to speak the truth about chemtrails. That's what introduced me to the community, as everybody mocked me and told me I was full of shit about chemtrails, and I also brought in my wisdom, my study, and my research.
Big Pine, Charlie Rose, welcome in, guys. Great to see you.
Like, of course,
anyone else come
the Dale
in?
Earnhardt crash was fake. Give me a break. And people, what? What, are you out of your mind, Lucky? Oh my God, you've lost your mind.
Joe Note, welcome in, Joe Note.
Guy thinks they've been spraying the skies since the 70s, and television is just a show, and it's not real. What's wrong with this guy? Well, that was my introduction to the truth movement, getting mocked for speaking pure truth. And to this very day, I still get mocked for speaking pure truth. Today, I'm going to speak some very pure truth for everybody that wants to discuss all the reasons why it was 100 degrees and we're having this heat wave and now we're all smoked out by the Canadian wildfires. None of it is worthy of discussion unless you start by saying they adamantly and heavily sprayed the skies with chemicals prior to this occurring. We cannot leave that out of the discussion and then pretend that there's some intelligence behind the words that come out of our ignorant mouth. There is nothing to speak about here unless it starts by saying they sprayed the skies heavily leading up to this dangerous weather that is now occurring. Period. And this is why you don't see Lucky online discussing any of this stuff with the fake smart and the ignorant masses anymore. It's far too frustrating. So, speaking of handing the baton off, it is great to see that people are waking up in droves. But folks, a lot of young truthers just missing the mark so far. One example of that would be CERN. I mean, I don't know how many times I can say it. I will say it until I'm blue in the face. CERN is nothing other than a large, very, very massive money grab, social engineering, propaganda puff piece for the masses. What does CERN do? What has CERN accomplished? Nothing and nothing. CERN is propaganda, gatekeeping the masses. How do we know this, folks? Because CERN claims they're experimenting with smashing atoms.
Particles,
we know that
yeah.
atoms don't exist.
Smashing these magical particles together and finding, what is it, the God particle? Is that what they're... It's just so much nonsense.
Don't get to make something up, fabricate some fiction, and then spend billions and billions of dollars pretending that you're smashing that fabricated idea. Snap out of the trance, folks. We now know
Snap out of it.
clearly and obviously what the religion called theoretical science is. People have lost their minds. I got a guy trying to debate me right now, the fake smart folks, trying to explain to me what a theory is, what a model is, etc., etc. And again, he can't see the forest through the trees, doesn't understand the difference between a belief and demonstrable science. And his claim is that theories are based on facts, and if they can't be falsified, then they're factual. And I'm like, dude, yeah, the wind is caused by unicorn farts. That's my theory. Falsify it. The minds of the masses have been absolutely permeated with insane programming for so long, they have no idea they've been programmed. That was the only intention, folks. The only reason televisions were ever entered into the household was to program you. That's why they called it television programming. They didn't lie about it. They tricked you into paying for your own programming. That is why, after they mass-produced the television to put it into people's house, they then shifted all of the massive programming centers that we used to call the state-run psychiatric hospitals. Those were programming centers. Do your own research. You will find in every single one of those in the small print, because they like to use magic, which is distraction, wag the dog, to tell you about all the cruel things they were doing to people. They were shocking people. They were doing this. Oh my God, we had to close them down. But if you do your actual research and read every single one of those facilities in the small print, because it's not bad, it didn't seem so evil, they were all using visual programming. Those were visual programming centers. They used to bring the people to them, to the programming centers, lock them in a room, tell everybody they were mental, and program them using video and other visuals. Finally, they had the human mind malleable enough, they convinced humanity to bring the television programming directly into their own home, and it has never stopped. That is the same format you're on right now, the owned and controlled information network. That is why you're fortunate if you're getting to listen to this video, because this is one of the most ghosted, heavily ghosted channels on the YouTube. This is a channel where we speak nothing but facts. No opinions, no beliefs, none of that matters. No fabricated religious scientific theories that can't be falsified, so they must be correct. Give me a break. Space and time is warped, Lucky, you idiot. So dumb, Lucky, so dumb. Goddamn demonstrable science fans are so stupid. So, what I want to talk about is CERN. What is CERN? It's just like NASA, folks. What is the purpose of propaganda like CERN? To convince people that their atoms exist and that they're going to split atoms and throw us into multiple dimensions. And in fact, so many baby truthers are giving CERN credit for the Mandela effect. Wake up, baby truthers.
Gosh.
You are being programmed. Stop it. Drop the beliefs. Certainly don't listen to government propaganda like CERN, claiming that their theory of atoms must be correct because they're actually spending billions of our hard-earned dollars that could be used to feed the poor or, stop wars or, save the hungry, whatever. It could be used for something useful. They're spending that money to pretend they're splitting an atom, something that's never been proven to exist. We know it doesn't exist, folks. Snap out of the trance. Stop acting like children. What is CERN? A money grab, propaganda to propagate a false narrative. Why would they want to propagate a false narrative, Lucky? Because it's a method of control. Okay, if people don't understand why the heliocentric model is the fundamental basis of the entire control system we live in to this day, it's because you are the product. That's why you defend your own programming. And you love this horseshit that's going down. And you love the faulty, fake excuses for why you can accept this as your reality. It's called psychosis. You were intentionally placed there. What is CERN? CERN is propaganda horseshit used to skip the scientific steps to make people think, oh yeah, well, atoms must be real. CERN is smashing them together. Just like NASA. Well, the globe Earth must be real. NASA's flying to outer space. Okay? It is television programming for the gullible masses. That is what CERN is. Give me a break. This should have been obvious to anyone 12 years ago when CERN tried to take credit for the Mandela effect. Folks, it's television programming. They invented the television so they could program you at home and close down the programming centers. The human populace, the New World Order babies, the population was growing rapidly. Okay? That's just reality. I am so sorry for all of those childlike minds stuck in an antiquated social engineering system disguised as science. Scientism is a religion, folks. Theories are not reality. By definition, they are fiction from the mind of the author. That's fine to fabricate theories to explore science. As soon as they disagree with experiment, you know they are wrong. You don't pretend that your hypothesis must be correct. So when your theory to try to support that hypothesis then disagrees with experiment, you fabricate another theory to explain away why observational and experimental science disagree with your hypothesis. The buffoonery that has become science, and the fact that millions and millions and millions of human beings still cannot dig through that cesspool woven like an intricate web, that cesspool of social engineering propaganda, literally designed to place you in a state of psychosis. Once they trained the human mind to believe that they could fictionally, that they could fabricate a theory, and then if somebody can't falsify it, it then becomes reality 2 generations later. Once they convinced humanity that that is science, it was easy from that point on. 2020 is a great example. Virus theory, another great example. There is no such thing as a virus. Every attempt, every piece of actual demonstrable science to ever attempt to isolate or find or verify a virus has failed. It disagrees with experiment. It is a non-demonstrable fictional belief, and the entire world, 80% of the masses, fell for the religion called scientism because they were told it is real, because it was implied that it was real.
London girl, never trust a guy from Zestonia. Anyone from Zestonia, walk the other way, London.
They actually are still told that the virus theory is a theory. And humans' minds are so malleable now, they so cannot admit to themselves that they were fooled by the emperor wears no clothes trick in real time. They cannot admit it to themselves, so they make up even more wackadoodle reasons why they believe the buffoon and insane theories. Virus theory couldn't be a better example. Well, then how's everyone get sick? Dude, it doesn't matter. We don't need to replace your stupid, unintelligent, ignorant, wrong fiction with another belief. This is how you're so easily fooled by interwoven propaganda. It cannot be any more clear, folks.
Yo, Linux,
Again,
welcome in.
this is a channel where I only speak facts. Leave your opinions, keep your opinions to yourself, unless you
never
like
bought
to
into the
leave a
pandemic.
comment
Yeah, no,
and express
a
your
lot of people didn't, did they? Especially when Mac went into like 3 different hospitals and showed you they were all empty, but on the TV they were full up and busy, and Nah, they were all empty.
Opinions. If you don't understand the difference between theoretical science and demonstrable science, I guarantee you your opinions and beliefs will be just that. Stop trying to use beliefs to pretend that demonstrable science is incorrect. That's what the heliocentric theory is. It's a really bad belief and a really bad hypothesis that every single time demonstrable science corrects and proves that that theory is incorrect, people use their belief as evidence that the demonstrable science is wrong. And it's so interwoven into their mind that they cannot see the difference. That is called psychosis, living in a false reality. Nobody that's living in that psychosis, people that will defend the scientism and the religion that is theoretical science, that are deep in that psychosis, none of them can see the psychosis they're living in, of course. However, as I pointed out many times, many of them are suffering tremendously from the advancement of that psychosis. And they admit to themselves they're suffering mentally greatly, but they can't point their finger at what the suffering is. And when they get properly diagnosed by somebody like me who thoroughly understands science and keeps my boots on the ground and understands that what they're suffering through is demonstrable and easily explainable. It is called psychosis, and we all know that psychosis will manifest itself and multiply that manifestation and worsen if it is not addressed. Okay? Now, that is why the people living in states of psychosis are falling further and further into this wackadoodle state of affairs that we see out our witness today. People are absolutely nuts. If you walk around living in a state of psychosis, it's going to manifest itself in a lot of wild and crazy ways. That's all there is to it, folks. So what is CERN? Baby truthers. CERN is absolute horseshit propaganda used exactly as NASA is used to pretend that preceding theoretical science that people are waking up to as being horseshit. This way, they can do a massive scale, billion-dollar propaganda campaign to keep the masses saying stupid shit like, yeah, but gravity. All right? Or
Gravity.
ships disappear from the bottom first, Lucky.
Oh,
The
no.
stars go backwards, Lucky. We know we're right, Lucky. Our religion is the right one, Lucky. You dummy. No, folks. If it's not demonstrable, it's not science, okay? Period. It's fictional. Yeah, but it can't be falsified. Neither can unicorn farts, okay? You have been tricked to believe that if a theory, a fictional theory, can't be falsified, it becomes reality. Now, your theories were never used correctly in the first place. And this should be obvious for any human being with his intellectual faculties intact. Any human being that can still understand logic and reason and lose the bias. The bias is so thick from the programming that people can't even look at this discussion. This is why Lucky says 99% of the people that even enter this discussion will never comprehend it. They cannot. The bias in the programming is so thick, they have no way to let the bias leave the discussion. This is why they continuously use beliefs as a way to negate demonstrable science, which is absolute lunacy. That is, by definition, dumb, folks. Do you realize they made humans dumb? It is absolutely dumb. For example, when real scientists proved that ships are disappearing from the bottom up due to perspective, no curvature needed. It's all based on perspective and will, in fact, vary from day to day based upon based on the conditions of the air and the density gradient itself. Okay, so it's 100%
Sky Free. Can't check out Sky Free.
proven why ships disappear from the bottom up when they sail away from you, demonstrably using real science. However, people hate the truth because it negates the religious belief, so they will literally
Destroys their
chime
own
in
paradigm.
and use a belief. No, Lucky, those ships are going over the curve. That's a belief. We just talked about demonstrable science that is 100% conclusive. You can show them the grid of vision. You can show them the perspective of what the sun is doing. You can show them scientifically what the sun is doing, what the boat is doing. You can show them using proper demonstrable science here in reality. They instantly deflect to non-demonstrable fictional science that requires a fictional belief in a fairy tale called outer space and a fairy tale belief that outer space and space and time itself is actually warped. And they laugh at people who stand on demonstrable science. That's a rock solid example right there, folks. The cake demonstration pan I did years ago was a rock solid demonstration of how people that believe in the heliocentric snub their nose at science. These are science deniers. They literally go, yeah, we know what the demonstrable science says, but we believe the earth is a ball, so therefore the demonstrable science is wrong. That is literally what they're saying. They can't see it, and their thought process is, of course, 100% inverted by design. That's called a state of psychosis. They live in upside down world. They don't know which way is up, and they have lost track of logic and reason. They don't have the ability to access it. None of these people do. This is why they can't comprehend the discussion. If the programming did not have built into it the intensity that it pushes towards them losing the ability to comprehend logic and reason, the propaganda wouldn't work. So it's built into that kind of propaganda. And that is, again, another great example. The cake pan demonstration that I used to shut down that one channel, whatever that guy, Mr. Baldy or whatever his name was, Mr. Inda, whatever. I don't know. That guy disappeared after I explained to him the difference between belief and demonstrable science. The cake pan demonstration was brilliant, but nobody can see that simplicity because it's so interwoven into the programming. It is that simple, folks. What I was demonstrating is how he has nothing to conflict the demonstrable science with other than his really bad belief. And once you can wrap your head around that, as one of the blinded masses that thinks you live on a flying ball, okay, once you can wrap your head around the fact that demonstrable science proves you do not, but you have beliefs that you are using to negate science, that means you're denying science due to fictional beliefs that disagree with experiment, that's step one for you to understand why a person like Lucky has nothing to prove to you. It's only a matter of educating you. This is why the blinded masses run around so stupid, like the flat earthers, they think they can't prove their belief. Nobody's trying to prove anything to you. We are trying to restore your intellectual faculties and teach you how to use logic and reason and to understand that the fictional, fabricated science that you call theoretical science, actually you call it science, unfortunately, because you've been taught to not comprehend the difference. So many of the blinded masses conflate theoretical science as science because it's called science. When the theoretical masses tell me, oh, I disagree with science, they're not talking about science. I'm talking about science. Talking about the method of discovery called and known as science. It's a method. It's not a claim. It's not a person. It's not an individual. And it sure as shit isn't an entity. That's how you control science, by making it a peer-reviewed entity. The blinded mass is too stupid to understand. They think peer reviews are a good thing because it defends their cult, okay? Now, many of the highest levels of academia have been on record stating over and over when they're asked the hard questions like, how is it that we're still teaching students this inherently wrong science, knowing it's completely incorrect? And the answer from the highest levels of academia is, well, unfortunately, we have to wait for certain people to pass away before we can make those corrections out of respect for those, our elders in this community. Literally, folks. Does that sound like science to you, or does that sound like a good old boy network? Of course that's what it is, because they've all been manipulated into into propagating a really bad piece of social engineering that was highly effective. And they were patted on the back and got stars on their paper the whole way. They got letters put after their name to make them feel like they're more intelligent than everyone else. Then they got financially compensated for regurgitating those theoretical beliefs and implying that there's some foundational factual basis to them. And the issue is, folks, for those of you who don't understand why we should be concerned with the shape of the earth or whether or not there's a virus, every single piece of important theoretical, religious-based, fabricated science that the masses believe in is nothing other than a social agenda. Every one of them. Viruses, atomic theory, global warming, the heliocentric theory, all of it used to control humanity. And the masses love their programming. They get so triggered by a guy like me. They do not want anyone speaking poignant truth. Like, a theory is just a theory until it's proven a fact. Sentences like that are an enemy to propaganda. A theory, folks, let Lucky say this again. A theory will always be fiction. A theory is fictional until it is proven factual through demonstrable science, like the theory of a combustion engine, as an example. Okay, that was a theory before it was proven. In case you're wondering, I mean, that's how theories are actually used in science. You don't make a theory and then say it's true because we all say so and you can't falsify it. So that's our reality. This is the true reality the masses find themselves in. The disgusting part is there are millions of high IQ thinkers that are highly researched in these fields, the field of cosmology, the field of propaganda, the fields of indoctrination, the theoretical sciences, millions of people, including PhDs, shouting from the rooftops that you're being fooled and misled.
That's a good point, Ron.
By
That's a
social
good point.
engineering, agenda-based
Vast
fictional
areas of
science,
mud flood examples
like
and mud flooded
pandemic
cities.
of
Yeah.
2020. Folks, wake up, snap out of the trance, start listening to poignant truth. Come to this channel if you need to hear pure, factual, poignant truth that cannot be
Lucky, you should do more of these, man. You're a good listen, man. Break it down really well, Lucky.
You know, maybe I'll start
know the
making
game.
videos again. My wife says I should because she's tired of
Yes.
me.
Listen to your wife. Listen to your wife.
About the chemtrails.
I'm with wifey. Lucky. You should start doing these videos. You're a good listen to, bro.
And stuff they've been spraying.
As I say, you obviously know the game inside out.
So bad.
And you describe it really well.
And if you hear this in my voice, it's because I've been working outside for an hour or so. And we are under severe smoke. Like, I've never been in this kind of smoke in my life, other than being right next to a really bad acrid fire. And they claim this is from forest fires, but it's very acrid. Like, it really smells toxic. So it's pretty dangerous conditions here. But I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go outside and have a Pabst Blue Ribbon work on these dirty.
So forest fires from Canada cause acrid toxic smoke. Do trees make toxic smoke?
Forward. So ask yourself, who can I help today? And most importantly, get out there and do it. And hey, stop being fooled, folks. The only weapon ever used against you successfully was information. That's the weapon. The other stuff, it's all theater. It's theater, folks. Information. Television programming. Snap out of the trance. Ask yourself, who can I help today? And most importantly, go out there and do it, y'all.
Good stuff, Lucky. I'm with wifey. You should make more videos, Lucky.
Chi creation. Betrayal of Light, part 3. So,
dang it.
We've got the universe.
Yeah.
Filled with light. So it appears yellow. I don't mix it up, but you can see it that way. Banana skin. And you get these little dots. So how they appear like stars or like the black hole sun, and then how that's perceived through the spirit realm. So like the brightness of what we call space. which is normally black, you know, and it's that inverted kind of way of seeing it. So it's showing you that spirit's perspective, like the spirit consciousness, like in the mind of spirit, like that heart-brain network, and that's what it perceives, and that's why it shows it. It also perceives this world as well. That's why it shows, you know, the alternative. So this is a thing that's said in science of like, you know, the assumption that black holes will continue to expand and fill the universe. And here we're seeing that same thing. You know, as it expands, but the entire banana will go black, won't it? You know, so like, again, in terms of like how they portrayed black holes as these very destructive things, you know, right? But the truth of it is, it's a bubble of consciousness. You know, it's expanding because it's becoming more of itself in that way, and like as it continues to expand, and like the entire universe becomes one black hole in that sense. And it's like, you know, the shattered sun is no longer under the illusion, but it's shattered. And so it's like, you know, it's all one again, all that one conscience. So we see like the tentacle of a sea flower.
Take care, Big Pine. Have a great day, dude. Have a great day. I hope you
got that oval shape.
hope you catch some fish.
Egg-shaped or wave-shaped or whichever and stuff. There's a few different shapes which are all kind of similar, but it's like that. You know, it's got that. You know, that tubular shape.
Yeah, shout out to Big
like,
Pine.
You know, a picture of a universe within it. And so it's like, you know, that's the bubble of consciousness with all the bubbles of consciousness within it in that kind of sense. And then instead of having the light at the end, it's black. And so we're seeing that black sun, so, you know, same colour as on the skin. And also how it connects to the tree. And so, you know, how this is just part of something which is much bigger. So, like the sun, it's filled with light, but it's also filled with seeds. And so, you know, each one of those being a bubble of consciousness, each one being a sun in itself, you know, like the black dot. So it's like the black sun. But all together, so we all make that one sun in that kind of way. So other examples of it, which we covered in previous series. But this is seeing it now, you know what I mean? It's a little bit different. See more of a round shape, a bubble shape, but also it's a torus field as well. So like, you know, our bubble or our torus field takes form. Oh, the white bits. You see the tree, the lightning. So, yeah, you can see it again, like the lightning patterns. And so, like when the perceivable light of heaven, when that becomes imperceivable, then that's when you can see space. And that's when the tree becomes more noticeable. Maybe or maybe not, because you can see the tree there. And again, it depends what kind of light setting you've got, whether it's infrared, ultraviolet, you know, all those kind of things. That one has got yellow spots rather than black, so you know, more sun-like. And again, with being attached to a tree, you know, it's like this bubble of consciousness. So again, relating to like how life came from the plants, how consciousness came from the plants, how consciousness lives within the plants. Yeah, it's part of that heart-brain network. And split, so like the leaves, like the sea flower, anemones, and stuff we were showing in previous couple of episodes as well, and previous series, previous Tree of Life series. So yeah, you think how it, you know, becomes all like that, doesn't it? But you know, that's like, you know, it's part of its process, isn't it? You know, it kind of like it recycles itself, but the seed is what the continuation is. You know what I mean? So that seed is what becomes, you know, the next tree. Quite like the glow of red. See, you know, it gives that impression, but it's glowing. But from front, it looks black. Like, you know, it's the pictures in previous series, which kind of like you show that, we see that glow, don't we? You know, with all the fish and everything else that we've seen. I like the peacock feather. Oh, actually. It's water droplets or frost or whatever it is, but you know, like the colours of space. Like those hues and stuff like. And some of them look like stars. But then like those mould videos, with those time lapse of the mould, and how it showed like, you know, it looked like the universe in that way. And rings. That were like on them videos as well, those time lapses. Get black apples, covered in stars. Black hole. Somebody else has seen it. You got like that black hole, you know, and so it's showing you that same pattern. You know what I mean? Like everything we've been looking at. It's a bit like rocks, don't they? You know what I mean? I'm looking at like, which, do you know, like, with that episode, or I mentioned it a few episodes, in terms of like how you've got the rocks on the beach, and how the water goes round it, and that has been like showing how we're stationary. You know what I mean? So like in those terms, so like the liquid moved around it and all that kind of stuff. Like, there were another episodes where we mentioned it in terms of like how how the plants get the diseases. So that's like a rock in the water. You know what I mean? And like the depth of the water, it's shallow there where it's yellow, and it's pooled round where it's red there. Further away, it's red. But because it's drying out, where it's paling. So it rings again, the whole torus shaped heart. We're quite good at lightning. So good at leaves as well, those patches. I know, it'll look like a good picture. You see, another thing, like, imagine it in a 3D sense. And see, like, some of them look distant, smaller or vanilla or whatever and stuff like, but in reality it is 3D. You know what I mean? Like the banana or 3D. It's just a 2D because it's a leaf. But quite often everything that's 2D tends to have like that 3D representation as well. So like the depth. You know, it looks like a hole now, you know. Like the cloudiness of it. You know, like all stars. All realms. That's what I'd call her. Previous one, but so again, it's quite basic. You've got like the stem, and then that comes off, and then you've got that oval shape, you know, like the banana or all the stuff in previous episodes and such. So this was in previous episode, and so you see like those patterns. What else? So all of these before. There's only a couple of them. But it's kind of like a tree of life pattern, but you've got like your ocean wave as that comes in. It starts all pattern, all water pattern and stuff. Like, but when you zoom in on the dark peacock area, you got all the swirling round water effect. It almost looks like a genie coming out of like the bottle. So like, you know, that's like the hole, and then like it's coming out in a swirling tornado pattern. So that's like upright. So stood up that way. Let me zoom it down a bit. You got more detail there, so you can see like that's the head, shoulder, arm. It looks like that might be the hand, and then shoulder. You know what I mean? And then body twisting round in water. Water's causing big refraction, ripples. So like, you know, it's making it deformed in that kind of sense and stuff like. But I think reflections of love and light, maybe waves of love. We're looking at the shape of the water underneath the wave when you're looking underwater, and you can see the wave and all the air that gets trapped in, and it looks like a person in a sleeping bag. Remember me talking about that? So that's what that is almost like. So it's like, you know, out of a black hole, the light that gets projected through the wave is the teleportation into this world, like the projection into this world, which is a big feature of like the Windows to Spirit series. You know what I mean? Because like that's what that was showing in a lot of ways. Not that specific bit, but like the wave and the story about how the sun is functioning that way. I should have saved these for Windows to Spirit. Thinking about it, so you can see the waves crashing, like the blackness. You can't see the person as such. But it's like the fish is the same shape of the like the sea flower tentacles, banana, the leaf, the feather, all those kind of things. Like it's got its mouth. It's like the same design as the macro. So all these are all together, so we're making a tunnel. But like that, in that kind of sense, of how we're going across. So like that. Like that. You know what I mean? It's showing you that same pattern again. So, again, like the first series, we're talking about chakras. It's like every point is a chakra. So, it all unfurls. So, it all becomes what it is in that kind of way and stuff, and what it is. And so, like, you know, each point is a chakra. Each point is a bubble of consciousness. And so, you know, how it kind of fits with the first series and stuff. And then you got your bubbles of water. Like the unfurling. And so, even like a flower petal, because it's got all the same stuff, it's like suggesting that it's conscious. It has the network, it's connected to spirit. It's got the tree, the lightning, like the black hole. So we see it like, again, like we're looking into space. We're seeing these tunnels of space that we can travel through. Maybe that's only in spirit, you know, like when you're passing through and going to other realms and all that kind of stuff. And this space in between, that might be where the realms are, you know what I mean? But, you know, to occupy that space. So, like butterflies as well. You know, it's showing its same pattern, like how a flower, you know, mimics, or not, it had it before the butterfly. So like that consciousness that like runs through it in that kind of way. Like in the first and second series, I suppose the fourth one as well. All of them really, but as early as like the first and second, well, they're talking about like the water's ability to be able to feel, to be able to see. You know, it's got that all those consciousness aspects that where we get it from. You know, and so when we think about like the flower itself, having that pattern and how much consciousness is there. I mean, it's like blood vessels, nerve endings, all those kind of things. Like what you can feel. Can it feel pain? You know what I mean? If you kick a flower, is it experiencing, you know, that physical damage? You know, it's a lot to think about in a sense and stuff. But it helps you realise how connected to it all they are. You know what I mean? It's like just as we are. You know. This is a close-up of a rose petal. There are a few different examples, but it reminded me of the anemones, the sea flowers. Are we all connected and squishy? You know what I mean? Compress and like a move in that kind of way. So in their own places in that kind of sense. And that's what the other ones were like, but the sea flowers. So like comparing it to space again, and you know, I don't know, the sea flowers are better for comparing to space and stuff. It's just kind of like, you know, curiously interesting to like look at the petal close up, I suppose. I think that's supposed to be a rose petal as well. So it kind of depends on like the illustrator, which is a shame, isn't it? This one's alright. That looks like a proper photo. That's a rose petal again. You see, like when you look into each one of those, each bubble of consciousness, it looks like a realm filled with stars. So it looks like a photo. It's another example, so you can see how that's different, but it's just showing you the torus field aspect of it. So you got your flat plane and like your tree inside it and such. That's another example. That one's quite interesting because then it looks like it's made up of small petals. And the small petals are made up of these dots. I suppose if you zoom into them dots, maybe that's where your bubbles of consciousness are. You know, type of thing. So again, like, you know, like like the sun being conscious. The flowers are good representations for the sun. And then like seeing it like this, like each bubble of consciousness being the sun in that way. It's almost like a photo of spirit. All of us in spirit. You get all your pareidolia. So that's like spirits, bubbles of consciousness travelling through the tree. A smiley face. Again, like all the bubbles of consciousness. Each one seemingly filled with stars. And as it's a bubble of consciousness. Again, you know, like the first series, we're looking at flowers with the pareidolia aspect of it looking like a bird or a monkey, a lion, all those kind of things. And it makes a lot of sense in terms of like, you know, if it's conscious, like the insects with a face on the back, it's got like that third eye on the back as well. They can see with their eyes over the back, you know, like shield bugs and stuff. So it's like, you know, which is its face? You know what I mean? The front or the back? You know what I mean? And I kind of think like we've got two. We're both part of its face. So again, like a bird. Like a bird. Black hole. So like on the what we're looking at now. I suppose like the clams in Tree of Life. But I'm sure we'll be looking at pictures in the past couple of episodes, which are like relative to that, you know, like that line and the light, all that kind of stuff. And a peacock feather. So, like the feather, like it looks like it's got a mouth, even like a tongue there, but and the colours are really cool. But yeah, like the cylinder, you know, it's got the line going between, so each one of these, it's making up that tree, so it's like the same thing in that way. So we look at these. And well, actually, I wanted to get to the bubbles of consciousness. And you got them there, you got the black ones, you got the white ones as well. But I also mentioned about like that zooming in. So this is close because it's near the edge. These lights, when they're far away, we all look close together. You know what I mean? In that kind of way. It's like that illusion because like we're where we are in the universe, and we look up at the night sky, and it looks like everything's far away. But you've even got the sun. Where's the end? Yeah. So you can see colour. I'll put it that way, it's just too bright, but you see it seems to get more dense towards the sun, or towards the centre, you know, that's like the tree limb. The bubbles consciousness, the space in that kind of way, the black hole thing. So yeah, like that. I mean, I've shown that picture before. Like, so you can see like the bubbles of consciousness in that way. Like it tends to be like two per thing, and they're like waiting to come into the next realm. You know, like the little stars and they're coming down. So yeah, same thing. Like rushing down into that hole, like part of a tree limb. How that connects to, you know, the root system for the clam or whatever it does. I can't remember where I picked that one. You see the black holes. So, like, inside the mind of spirit, and like what it looks like, you know? So all this energy coming through. So like what space is, you know, like what the external aspect of our world is. Instead of having that left brain way of looking into the sky, into the night sky, it's like seeing into the mind of spirit, into the like the consciousness. Like, you know, it's where it all exists. So like when you do the meditation, you go inward to expand, and as you expand, you become part of it all. So like lightning as well, you know, that's all part of the network of, like, you know, how the mind functions for spirit and us. It's like exactly the same. So like inside our mind, you compare it like that. So like, you know, like the depths of your own mind, it seems limitless, doesn't it, in a way, you know, and then it's the same for this. You know, the more you zoom in, I suppose. See all the bubbles of consciousness. The lightning. Oh, that's what I was going to say. about thoughts being conscious. And so, you know, this is one form of like creation. You know, every idea comes from the smallest of thoughts. But in terms of like individual thoughts, as we're looking into spirit, we're seeing these thoughts are his creations. He created them through thought. So in terms of how we think, and you know, to be careful what you think in terms of like, you know, how that can manifest, because it can become its own entity in a sense. So as you think, what you put out, you know, it'll come back as well. There we are. That's quite a cool picture, like it's got a flat plane in the bubble. That's like, you know, perfectly suspended, but stationary. And all this lightning seems to be coming underneath. So it'll come over the top as well for storms and stuff like that. But, you know, showing where we are, the realm, the sacredness of it. All the spiritual energy. Oh, actually, yeah. Because it's got them. Each little realm, little world. Bubbles of consciousness. Into the mind of spirit. The heart-brain network. How it's all connected. How we're connected to it. And I think I'll leave it at that because I've run out of time. I think that's the last picture anyway. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all later. Nice one. Cheers.
Good stuff, Lev. Cool. Right.
Oi, oi, Generals. What about Gaz here? I'm boots on the ground for the Wild Army UK. We are the Wild
No, we watch
Army UK. I'm Gaz, Captain Wildman, and I've got General Cabs with me today. Now we're in Yorkshire. Harrogate, isn't it?
Harrogate, yeah.
I couldn't have got here without General Cabs, because this is the middle of nowhere. And we've actually come to visit the Druids Temple. So we're going to check this place out. They do a full boots on the ground round here. There's lots of weird stuff. I mean, you've got altars, and it was here for Summit Generals. Now apparently it was built in the 1700s on this big estate, but why? What purpose? And what did they lift these blocks with? Because they're huge. Now we have got another place to check out after this. This is just a small vid really, but we're going to check this out. We're going to pick the bones out of it. I'll take you all with me. Right, let's do this. Jam rolls, boots on the ground. Hope everybody's okay.
I have to skip.
Oh, it's a warm one.
Minutes.
We're having a massive heat wave over here in the UK.
Go to there.
And there's actually people coming here now. This is online now, so you're getting a lot of visitors come to this place. But they visit nice and early. And this is the Swinton Estate, and it says, caution, no climbing on the Druids Temple or any of the standing stones or monuments in the woodland.
Stand on that little house.
Location filming and preservative without permission. Well, I've got permission, so we're all right. As you can see, we've got rocks stacked everywhere. And here we are, Generals. The Druids Temple. We finally made it. Is this as old as what they say? I should say so.
Look at this place.
Like, it's like a massive, it's a mini Stonehenge, General.
It is. That's what I was just thinking.
I don't know what would have gone there. Yeah, something would have gone in there. Some sort of plaque that's been removed, obviously. Probably told you what this place really was. UNESCO have probably come round. But I'm looking for strange markings. I mean, who put that on there, General? Massive plinth on top. I mean, that's... How many foot long's that, John? 10 foot?
Gotta be.
10 foot.
It's got to weigh a few ton, hasn't it?
Thick.
Got to weigh a few.
And they've just placed these rocks all over everything. And you've got like little doorways here. So you've got a little
bizarre
doorway
little
here.
place.
And like I say, I'm just looking
People
for,
sat.
I don't know what symbol
Weird symbolism going on there.
that is. Modern, obviously. I'm just looking for different markings, any sort of symbolism I can find. Strange coloration there, General. Now, you tell me, guys, what was this place used for?
Where is?
So you've got a massive, massive
Altar.
stone here. Now this is limestone, I'm assuming. And it's all stacked on top of one another. And then you've got your massive stone circle going all around it. So you've got an outer layer.
This is crazy.
And then you've got a mid layer. And then you've got a centerpiece. So I'm just
It's like a fertility stone, isn't it? That one in the middle there.
Man, these are enormous, some of these. I don't know actually how far into the ground they go, but they must go a fair way in because they're standing.
Probably going another good third.
You know, you wouldn't want them falling over on you, so I'm assuming as it's probably near enough the same again underneath the ground, you know.
Third, yeah.
As you can see, you've got points on top, so maybe this would have given some sort of frequency out. Maybe it was some sort of charge, maybe it was energy charged, or there's a reason they've laid all this out.
Probably
like this, because you don't
get a compass and see the cardinal points as well.
By accident, I mean, it's all got a purpose.
This looks like some sort of fertility stone, this one in the middle.
Which I'm surprised I don't got any markings on it, here, John.
It's connected to all, is it?
It's just like a mini Stonehenge, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
And then that's got 1, 2, 3 layers round that, but I don't know how far that goes down in all fairness. But I should say it goes a lot further down. I just hope my camera's doing it justice, Generals. Because the sunlight's out today, it's not my friend. Like I say, we've got another one of these places to go and visit, but the rocks are quadruple the size of these and they're balancing on a little pebble. Some of them are 30 ton and more, and they're just balancing on a pebble. So hopefully,
this is in Yorkshire.
Fingers crossed, if we can do it.
We'll find it.
If we can find it, we're going to try and take you around that place as well while we're in the area.
Hey, it's just in the middle of the woods again.
Enormous.
Or was it here and they planted all the trees around it? That's probably what happened.
The question is, why would you go to all this trouble to either recreate druids, or was it druids? What is a druid? We were on about that coming up in the call, weren't we?
Yeah.
You're talking and saying what actually is a druid. So if anyone can enlighten us in there in the comments. As we see here, Generals, a little bit of a foraging tip. That's actually pineapple weed, that, John?
It is, I'm speaks tea out of it.
Yeah, it's pineapple weed. It's actually chamomile. Member of the chamomile family. It actually smells like pineapple if you crush it. Yeah, beautiful. You can make soft drinks out of it, make teas out of it. Helps you sleep. Everything's around us. But what was this altar for, Generals? You know, I don't think I can stand on that. It says you can't stand on them, doesn't it? So you've got an indent there, so what was that for? Chopping heads off? Did they bring children down here and sacrifice them? Because that seems to be an ongoing thing with these posh gats, doesn't it? I know we're laughing, but you know what they like, Generals, these elites. They love drinking a bit of kid blood, you know what I mean?
Like a bit of that old adrenochrome, didn't they?
These druids and elites. Who knows? Behind here. Like I say, I'm just looking for any sorts of markings because a lot of people miss bits and bobs because you're looking at the main event. Nobody's actually looking for the markings and the imprints. What a strange, strange place. Strange vibes. Yeah. And if it weren't for these awesome flowers and plants knocking about, then it'd be probably pretty spooky. We've come at the right time of year because it's quite beautiful surroundings. I'm not sure what these were for. Obviously somebody had stood in these. A triangle formation there. So you've got, how many of these is there, John? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
This is probably where they stood or
6.
sat or...
So you've got 6 of them. It's like a clock, isn't it? like a giant clock. So
All
you've got
surrounding the
6 of these.
fertility stone, the sacrificial
number, you know.
altars down there. I think
And then
that
on the
the
outer layer,
risen,
you've got
I think that risen flattish stone back there was the altar.
like little ones behind it. I should say there's perhaps 12 of them.
They probably all sat in these little weird little ceremonies.
I'm not sure why this would be
Sacrifices.
built. And there's a lot more in the area. I'm just showing you the small bits. Hiding under here, so something would have happened on that Jamrels, look.
Looks more like there might have been water in there.
Huge
something at
chopping
one
block, I
time.
would have thought. Who knows? And then they've actually come down here and made this all fairy tale for the kids. Now what we've got here, we've actually got strange markings here which look a bit satanic.
Oh, they're Nordic. Are they Nordic? Like Nordic?
So I don't know
what do they
what
call them.
that symbol represents. All that and that. They look a bit witchy, don't they? Strange symbols.
Hello, Nordic.
And you've got another rock there. A massive altar block. Another stone here. Strange patterns. Maybe had a bit more form to it back in the day. Like I say, I think the narrative says this goes back to the 1700s.
Looked like they had writing on as well, that one. What, £20 across? Oh, that probably is, yeah.
Says this goes back to the
Yeah, it's probably, I think someone's just carved their name or something on
1700s.
it. Yeah.
Druid's Temple. Harrogate, Yorkshire. And then you've got another, like, strange round courtyard here. With another massive plinth on top. Massive altar block here, Jamrels. With setting stones around it. So
Oh, maybe that's it.
what did they
Oh,
do?
the little
Put the
sitting stones.
sacrifice in there. Bring it in here and
Eat it. Oh my god.
eat whatever they had.
Oh,
It was pretty
shit.
brutal back then. And
Literally
medieval
worked
times
out the
and
whole place.
Druid times, apparently.
Yeah, they sit around
The
there
narrative
and
says there's actually
eat the
numbers written on there.
sacrifice.
Seen it?
Damn druids.
That says you have
1930, did it say?
1930, I think that says, John.
Yeah. Was it 1830? Is it 1830? Could be an 8.
Yeah. Could have been 1830, 1930. Not sure. And then this actually goes underneath the woodland itself. It's an awesome place. And this is actually inside at the back of the temple. Luckily I brought my torch. I mean, you've got massive blockwork on top there. That's all there. I mean, these aren't little blocks, these aren't Jamrels, these are big. These are like megalithic blocks, a lot of them. Some of them, yeah, you could lift them, but some of them are huge, as you can see. And you've got a big, there's like a hole in the top, so I don't know if that would have been open. And you've just got a massive slab placed on top, so maybe that would have been open at some point, or maybe it went further down. Was it some sort of well? Could have been. Who knows? Who's been eating grapes? At random. So yeah, very, very strange place. Just glad I could bring you here, thanks to General Cobbs. I wouldn't have been able to do it without you, bro. Yeah, on we are. And we have got some strange stones stacked up the top, which we'll go and take a look at. We might as well over here. I just want to take it all in for you, Jamrels. Don't know what sort of sound these make. Sometimes they ring. If you watch Paul Cook, he's been to Egypt, and for some reason the bricks ring when he hits them. They've got a right funny ping to them. I just wanted to see if there's any frequency coming off them. And I think Blackburn Drifter, Troy, I think you've done this one as well, brother, if I remember right, in the past. So I'm going over old ground really, but just thought I'd get it, takes it all in for you, pick the bones out of it, see if we can find any strange symbols or markings, or just the place in itself strange, because it would have took some building there. I mean, it's quite a big place. Strange vibes. I don't know what went on here. I don't know if I've actually got the narrative. 2 seconds, Shamroons. Let me just have a look, see if I've got any narrative on this place. So, sorry Jamrals, I'm not very technologically minded, so you're going to have to bear with me and we'll see what we can get. It's just my pictures for the group. Now, what's this one? Now that's Brimham Rocks. Ah, so I've got stuff for the next one, but that's the actual Druid's Temple there. So yeah, crazy. So it is like a little hidden Stonehenge, but like I say, I haven't got no narrative on this, so I'm going to have to do a bit of research myself on it. All I can find out is it was done in the 1700s by the Lord of the Manor, which is strange because it looks more Druid to me, so whether they're lying on the dates as usual, guys, which they probably are. These fellas full of crap all the time. That looks like a random piece up there, so we'll go and take a look at that, because that goes right.
You must have carried all this.
I mean, that's in perfect line with that.
Yeah.
So we'll go and take a look at that, because it all lines up. I mean, you don't just do this for fun, guys.
North, south, or east.
It's not here just for fun, is it? It was used.
They all line up,
obviously. And that probably told you what it was used for. And you've got more strange stacking here. I mean, you don't just stack block like that for fun. Look at it. The size of it. I mean, how heavy are them? I don't know what ton they'd be, John, do you?
No idea.
John's got a right suntan. Look at that, the jammy cat. He's retired now from work. He's jammy cat. So he's living the dream. Living the dream he has. He's left me stuck there with all the other crazy folk. You've actually got another stack here. I think Brother Curly's back over as well. Another wild orange emerald. I'm hoping to catch up with you, dude. But look, you've got another. I mean, how deep does this go? Because this is... So you've got a massive slab under there, and then you've got another humongous slab underneath that, then another humongous slab there. God knows how many ton that is, who's put that on there. And then you've got one just sitting on top, which is probably a couple of ton.
Must be.
Easy. It's absolutely massive. So why would you stack all that up? What's the purpose? Did it give off energy? Did it give off vibes? It's certainly there for a reason. Beautiful foxgloves there. I'm trying to get nature in for you as well as the old world, the hidden secrets. That's what I am. I'm an old world explorer. And I'm out there looking for hidden history. Buried gems in the woodlands and whatever other old world I can find. I'm looking for evidence of all sorts, really. Resets, malt. Oh, another strange little stack here, John. Don't know if anyone actually comes to look at these bits. It's probably all underneath us in all fairness.
Look at these trees. It looks like quite a young forest, doesn't it? Looking at these trees. So this thing existed before, I think, before the trees were here. And they planted the trees to sort of cover it all up.
Look at that, look. Miss that. So we'll probably take a trek round there and go up to that stone stack, because You know, as Wild Army, we leave no stone unturned. We have to check everything out and put our own minds to it because they tell us a load of rubbish on another 3-4 foot or something underneath for them stand like that.
Might get some buffering, guys.
It's a strange, very
Just
strange
disconnected
place.
for some reason. Did it do that? Are we back? I think we're back.
Bloody flies attacking me.
Yeah, it seems that way.
Very strange. I don't know why you just stack them there like that. You know? Just as random as you like, sticking out of the woodland. So I should say this place, actually, did it give some sort of frequency off or some sort of vibe? Ain't covered. Do you reckon there's anything over there, John? Looks a bit barren, doesn't it? We'd have seen it, wouldn't we?
Stuff's probably streamed about all in this.
Yeah, you'd see them sticking up in there. So let's go and check this other formation out. Yeah, don't know what this is for, but scaring the witches or the fairies off or whatever they were doing.
What was that? Just a random pot.
No, I think this is actually called the Fairy Trail or the Fae Trail if you're from round here. But we aren't really looking for fairies today, we're looking for old world. Seeing if we can find some answers to this crazy realm. Yeah, let's just stack a load of blocks there. Let's just stack them there. Let's just build this here for fun. Yeah, got nothing to do, you know. Let's get the old world crane down, the old world 1700s crane and just drop a load of rocks in a circle, because that's what you do, isn't it, on a Sunday, you know. Bullshit. Man, they feed us full of crap, don't they? We've got another altar over here. And here we go, we've got the lovely good old narrative board for us. Right, here we go, Jamrel. So I've got a bit of narrative for you now. That's what it looks like.
Bird's eye view there. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, they all line up. Perfectly line. North to south, east to west.
From the sky, because I haven't got a drone. I might invest in one. If my channel grows a bit, YouTube lets me grow a bit, I might invest in a drone. And see, it winds me up because YouTube's probably making money out of me and I'm making nothing, you know what I mean? Yeah. So you could at least let me grow your gat. But there you go, never mind. There you go.
A bizarre place.
That's what it looks like with a nice mown lawn. And then we're going to take a look at that in a minute. It says there is much mystery surrounding the Druid Temple. We do not even know for sure when it was built. There you go. Here we go, Jam Rolls. Let's get a bit of truth now. Let me start again. There is so much mystery surrounding the Druid Temple, we do not even know for sure when it was built. But we do know that it is not prehistoric. In other words, it is an elaborate folly. It is generally agreed that the temple was built by estate workers at some point between the late 1700s and the early 1800s.
Estate workers.
The work was commissioned by William
carrying
Danby,
these multi-ton blocks.
Estate. But they don't know that, do they? He had travelled extensively around Europe, which inspired him to build more varied striking.
It was obviously there way before the bloody people were there. I mean,
if you want pause it on that, Jam Rules.
I mean, the people of the estate, right, before the estate was built and all that, it was obviously there.
I felt, but I didn't think it matched up, to be fair. So they don't actually know how old it is.
No, they don't know. They ain't got a clue.
Beyond this is the Tomb of Transformation on the hill above. The high stack of stones is a symbol of a deity with the 12 signs of the zodiac surrounding it. Right, so we'll go and check that out. And there we have it, Jam Rules. So let's go and check this deity out up here. So now we're getting somewhere. So the little bit of research I did do, all I could come up with is the 1700s, but now you read the narrative board, you don't actually know what it is.
Way before then.
I'm saying it's probably a mini Stonehenge. Yeah. I'm saying they probably chopped heads off on it, or other stuff. Who knows? That's what that seems to be what the narrative says. If you look back in history, medieval times, they were brutal. And if you look in, how do I say this? If you look into the families, they're still pretty brutal, from all accounts. Crazy world out there, generals. We need to put this right. Right. Let's go and check this crazy deity.
Families. Is he talking? This guy's talking about the Rothschilds.
Thingy me bobber out.
He's talking about.
So this has got something to do with the zodiac.
Or is he talking about the 12 tribes? Or
now who knows what's behind there or where we are. They obviously go off the zodiac a lot. But maybe that's just imprinted up there, maybe it's not. I don't know. Just thinking out loud, generals. But here we are. So yeah, on a Sunday afternoon, somebody just thought, yeah, I'm going to go down to the woods and I'm going to stack 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I'm just going to do a massive 11, rock 12, stack 13. Of the heaviest rocks I can find, just on a Sunday, waltz into the woods. Yeah.
14, 15, 16.
All right, guys, we're going to have to cut it short there, unfortunately. We watched the rest of that Saturday, that's cool. We've got a couple of more vids. Well, that's good.
The greatest form of control is where you think you're free when you're being fundamentally. The greatest form of control is where you think you're free when you're being fundamentally manipulated and dictated. One form of dictatorship is being in a prison cell and you can see the bars and touch it. The other one is sitting in a prison cell but you can't see the bar, you think you're free.
What the human race is suffering from is mass hypnosis. We are being hypnotized by people like this. Newsreaders, politicians, teachers, lecturers.
We are in a country and in a world that is being run by unbelievably sick people. The chasm between what we're told is going on and what is really going on is absolutely enormous.
It's like we all know what's going down, but no one's saying shit. What happened to the home of the brave? These motherfuckers, they controlling us now, and no one's talking about it. Made us fight and be slaves, and everybody's just walking around, heading the clouds and wanna wake up.
Big shout out to everyone coming today. I do appreciate everyone. Awesome stuff.
Welcome to the end of days.
Big shout out to big shout out to Laura, Scotty, Ches, Virginia, Ron, Dan MC, Connor, Lev, Chills, Jax, London Girl.
It's also a prominent ingredient in Prozac.
Big shout out to Zestonia. Big shout out to Zestonia.
That's not all that I'm here to present you. I know about the Black Pope and Solomon's Temple. Yeah. About the Vatican assassins and how they will get you. And how they clone Barack Hussein Obama in a test tube. It's like we all know what's going.
Shout out to Jeff, Infinity Brian, Big Pine, Big Mad Mac. Graham come in, didn't he? Yeah, big shout out to everyone that come in today. Appreciate it. Jason's in the house.
The motherfuckers that crashed in the tower.
Oh damn.
Turn into action an hour. The same ones that invaded your own.
Oh damn. It's a short. Oh no.
Yeah, the ones that poison all the food you consume. The ones that never told you about the Mount Vesuvius tombs. The bird flu is a lie. The swan flu is a lie.
Regina, big shout out to Regina. Schlo, big shout out to Schlo. Charlie Rose, Grumpy Granddad.
A lot of people their lives. Do y'all know about Bohemian Grove? How the world leaders sacrificing children.
Good stuff, guys.
Lucifer is God in the public school system. I suggest you open up your ears and you listen. It's like we all know what's going down, but
She sells seashells on a seashore, but the value of these shells will fall due to the laws of supply and demand. No one wants to buy shells because there's loads on the sand. Step one, must create a sense of scarcity. Shells will sell much better if the people think they're rare, you see. Bear with me, take as many shells as you can find and hide them on an island. Stockpile them high until they're rarer than a diamond. Step two, gotta make the people think that they want it, really fucking want it. Hit them like Bronson. Influencers, product placement, featured primetime entertainment. If you want a shell, then it's just a fucking waste, man. Free, it's monopoly. Invest in technology. Start a corporation, make a logo, do it properly. Shells must sell, that will be
tongue twisters.
Swallow all your morals, they're a poor man's quality. 4, expand, clear forest, make land, fresh blood on hands. 5, why just shells? Why limit yourself? She sells these shells, sell oil as well. 6, on sell stock, sell diamonds, sell rock, sell water to a fish, sell the time to a clock. 7, press on the gas, take your foot off the brakes. Then on to be the president of the United States. 8, big smile, make big waves, that's great. Now the truth is overrated, tell lies out the gate. 9, polarize the people, controversy is the game. It don't matter if they hate you, if they all say your name. 10, the world is yours. Step out on the stage to a round of applause. You're a liar, cheat, a devil, a whore, and you sell seashells on the seashore.
Seashells on the seashore. Yeah, pretty cool. That. Who's that? Is that Ren?
No one's saying shit what happened to the home of the brave. These motherfuckers.
Is that Renjo?
Now when no one's talking about how they made us modern day slaves, and everybody's just walking around.
Hey Marlene, welcome in. Unfortunately, I'm just closing down. Big shout out to Tommy, Santero. Appreciate everyone coming. Logical, Lev, Slow. Make sure I ain't forgotten no one.
Constantly telling us what to believe is real.
Oh, good stuff.
You can persuade them that what they see with their eyes is what there is to see. You can't. Because they'll laugh in the face of an explanation that portrays the bigger picture of what's happening. And they have.
"25 years I've been on the force. I've seen every kind of sick, depraved act known to humanity, and still, when I see a black man walk by who has more money than me, I want to vomit my gizzards right into the gutter. But why? Maybe there is no reason. Maybe there's just a big blue ball out there that's mostly covered with water, and we're just going along for the ride."
Hey Finn, welcome in, man. Big shout out to Finn in the house. I think I said shout out to Grumpy Granddad. Yeah, I think I did.
You can stick a dick in your ear and shut the fuck up, bitch. But anyway, we got your new Kate out.
Hope you're doing well, Finn.
Down Rosecrans, 87 Regal, sipping on a gold can, gun tucked like the fetal position. Top dog coalition, coexisting with the codist, whoever quoted from California district. Been a corner like David Banner, I'm the owner of the marijuana aroma. You smelling, hit a donut, yelling, it's me, bitches. Who did it? I did it. Take them where they can't go. Like planet Venus, leaning like a mad scientist. Laboratory bottles of empty Heineken, telling stories about the ones that came before me. Chinaman squinting this eye because I'm blooded. Hell, my shine is bigger than the striker lighting, and they like it him because I like to win. Never lose, put me on a pedestal. Bet I pedal victories until I pedal off my shoes. Welcome to the Lion's Room. Challenge anybody home. Wanna try they luck, they get fucked up, and all you heard was ooh. Say hello to the little big homie, and your reality ain't realer than this, homie.
Righty. Good. Right, guys. Have a wonderful day. I will see you Saturday, same time, 9:30 GMT. Till then, take care. Have a good one. I'm in a bit of a rush now. Got a lot to do this afternoon. Yeah, I'll see you Saturday, guys.